Chat. Chat, welcome back to stream. A lot of shit has happened today. A lot of it weird ass insane shit. Yeah. Let me just get some materials really quick and then I'll go into all that, you know, all that detail. Slightly concerning things for me, but we push on, you know? Alright, where is the nearest shop with redstone? Should be somewhere around here if I remember correctly. And I could just go to my vault and get that. I don't know if I really want to. No. Okay, so that's not gonna... Yeah, I'll just go to the vault. Okay. Let's get to the vault. Come on. Alright, get in there. Pickaxe. And it should be good. Alright, home, trunk mine. And from here, should be able to just, you know, because thankfully last time I was on Void gave me a lot of stuff. So that did partially solve my issue. 1, 2, 3, oh. Did not anywhere near that much, wow. That in there just in case. Alright, let me also throw out all the extra shit I have in my inventory. Iron ingot, you can go in there. Alright. Now I filled 30 bottles. Oop. I got that. 2, 3, 6. So, chat, a few things. First, so, I got fucking hell. I got invited to go and join a friend in doing some fencing stuff earlier today. First time ever doing it, and it does seem fun. And then about hour and a half into it, one of my legs seizes up, and I'm like, and then I just kind of had to stop. Like I could barely move the muscle, so that kind of put a kibosh on the whole thing. I might go and do it later on. So that was fun. Also, I got a an email from like the office of the Dean of Students. It's like, hey, someone reached out to us and, you know, they want us to check in on you because they care about your well-being and everything. So it seems that, long story short, it's just depression. I really haven't had the motivation too much else than it's kind of this for like a good month, so who would have thought that someone would get concerned for my well-being and report me? They just emailed me asking, hey, you know, can we set up an appointment for some time? And I said, sure. Because let's be real here, if I said no, that would make it seem a lot more concerning. Like, let's be real, they think I'm suicidal.
You think you're suicidal?
No, no, no. Hi, Banjo.
What's going on?
Sorry, I was just talking about how earlier today I got an email from Purdue's office of the Dean of Students, and someone reported me, and someone basically emailed them going, like, they sent me an email saying, hey, someone reported you to us because they care for your well-being and safety and everything. Which I assume was either one of my professors or my advisor.
When I was 13, one time I had to track a guy down. Despite shit he told me over Discord and report him to is school, because he said he was gonna kill himself by the morning.
Huh. Interesting. I see.
It was me and Callum actually.
Oh. Hi, child.
We like tracked him out.
Okay, well that's not the issue I'm having. It's basically outside of like streaming, I haven't really had the motivation to do much, like namely go to classes for like the past month.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
and so I assume it was one of my. I think I know who reported me. I think it was just one of my professors.
Okay, but why are you skipping your classes?
It's called depression, Banjo.
I see. You gotta plant your own fucking. You gotta decorate your own soul, man. You gotta not wait for someone else to bring you flowers.
Banjo, what does that have to do with being too depressed to leave my room?
Why are you depressed? What's going on?
You're not, Banjo. I know you mean well. You are not psychoanalyzing me, please.
I'm not psychoanalyzing you, bitch. I want to listen to what's bringing you down, motherfucker. I'm not a therapist. I can't do none of that.
That real. Well, part of the issue is like, you know, the thing with having to pay back 25 grand. That's really fun.
Okay, yeah, that is really fun.
Let's see. Oh, by the way, chat, you don't know this. Basically, my grandparents who paid for my tuition didn't like the major I'm trying to do, so now they want me to pay them back what they spent. Fun.
What's your major?
My intended major is sound for the performing arts, aka like the one performing arts degree that actually pays well.
Have you shown them that? Have you tried?
Yeah, no, they know, but they just don't. They don't care.
And they're being a bitch about that.
Yeah. So there's that. Also, you know, all the shit with the administration, me being trans.
That's real.
And it's just been a lot. So I got the email from them, and like immediately after, it just happened to be pure coincidence. But my mom called me. Like right after I got the email. No, they didn't.
Really?
It was just a very bad coincidence. And then so I talked to her for a little bit.
Shitting yourself though.
Yeah. So I talked to her for a little bit. And then I get a call from my cousin, who again, well actually no, it was because my mom talked to her because my cousin's also trans, so my mom figured that she would be able to help, but no, she couldn't. But fundamentally, I got an email that implies that Purdue thinks I'm gonna kill myself, and then both my mom and my cousin asked if I'm suicidal. So that's fun. Yeah, and then I did some fencing shit, and then my leg seized up, so that was fun.
That is not fun. Yeah, no.
Yeah. Anyways, Cecilia Lily, thank you. Yeah, sorry that's what you had to join to. Hi, Leo. Yeah, Leo, this is partially why I asked you to not do the I don't like you bit in chat today. Because I'm not exactly in the best mood for that. Yeah, what's up, Joanne? What's up, Banjo?
No, I was gonna fuck with you and do that one thing from Good Will Hunting, but no.
What?
You're good, homie.
No, what were you gonna do, Banjo?
Have you not seen Good Will Hunting?
I have not.
Okay, it's the parody in Family Guy, but you're just like, I was just gonna walk up to you and be like, Aisi, it's not your fault.
Oh my god.
It's not your fault.
It's not your fault. Shut up, man. Shut up. Shut up. You don't know.
It's not your fault.
I love that. I love Family Guy.
Stewie. It's from Good Will Hunting. They covered it. Good Will Hunting's so good.
Cecilia says that what are your pronouns, Cecilia Lily? They said that they want to watch it.
I'm watching your stream right now. Yeah.
Hell yeah. Oh, thanks, moderator.
You're welcome. I was in a really bad place.
Leo says hi.
After a breakup like 2 months ago, and I watched what's going on? And I watched Good Will Hunting, and it helped me a lot. It's just nice. It's just a feel good film.
I see. I should watch it. I need to watch films more.
You do. I got a few suggestions.
Go ahead and tell me them.
Equally. Okay. Little Miss Sunshine's a good one. It makes me cry every time.
I cry every time.
Why do I cry? Why do I cry?
It's also you don't watch Dead Poet Society. I was sobbing.
I
Interesting.
can't watch Dead Poet Society just because every time I see that one fucker, I think, holy shit, it's Wilson from House. Oh my god, I'm gonna cry and piss and shit myself.
You know, you miss your girlfriend, Leo. We know. We all know. But yeah,
Miss
Banjo.
my wife.
You know, part of the reason I was saying they need to watch more films is A, because, I mean, I do want to, well, I can't really double major when I'm in Brighton, but I do want to, like, take some film classes type shit, you know? Because originally my plan here was to do double major in sound for performing arts and film video with a concentration like live shit. But the more I've thought about it, like, obviously I want to do like the sound shit. That's been my passion for years. But also just like general film type stuff. Like, I mean, originally I was gonna give this a whole like stream to talk about it, because I don't know if you saw I tweeted about it like 2 days ago. Like listening to the playlist. Yeah, I forgot about that. Because like listening to the playlist, real AC heads know how big this is. This will irrevocably change the course of my life. There's this one playlist that I have, and this one's really embarrassing. You can be a little mean, Leo. I'm actually gonna mute myself on stream so I don't have to say this. But basically, the thing is, I am muted on stream now. But basically, the thing is, sorry, continue.
No, if it makes you feel any better about that, when I get really sad and I want to feel like ethereal, I put on 80s interpretations of gospel music, where they like put their entire stussy out.
I have a song that you might like about that.
You should hit me with it. I'll hit you.
I will later. Don't say slur, Leo. But anyways, the thing, it's not even like wanting to feel sad or anything. It's just like when I don't really know what to do, that's like the playlist I pull up, and that's like usually what I like make big decisions to. Like it's the playlist I listened to like right before I came out to my parents and just a bunch of shit like that.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you know what I put on?
What?
I put on We're Doing a Sequel by the Muppets.
Amazing.
Specifically when I'm like really sad about something, because then I'll know, you know, I'm gonna do it all again. We'll do it all again. I'll experience love again. I'll experience sadness again, heartbreak, joy, scaredness in myself, and that's a nice feeling, you know, knowing that I feel like this now, and I'm gonna feel like this again.
Yeah. But yeah, no. I originally wanted to like, kind of, I guess, wait to do this in like its own dedicated stream where I could be like kind of build up to it, but fuck it, I'll just do it now. So basically, realistically, I was thinking like, as much as I love doing Minecraft content, I don't stand out enough on Twitch. Like, I'm not energetic.
No one does.
No, I know, but I'm like not like, well, I'm more talking like, especially in relation to a lot of the content friends I have that do this kind of thing. Like, I just like not as loud, not as extroverted. Quite frankly, not as interesting as like some of these people.
Okay.
And like,
first of all, don't compare yourself to others. Comparison's the death of joy. Second of all, you don't need to be.
Well, no, because I would. Well, no, I know, but the thing's like, I would like to make a living out of this. It's not my intention. I'll stream whether or not I'm streaming to 1,000 or to 0 people. I just like, I would like to be able to make a living out of doing this if I can.
Yeah.
But what I was also thinking is like also, I guess I was thinking like, you know what kind of shit have I wanted to do like longer than doing Minecraft content? Because like, realistically, wanting to do Minecraft content in this vein, I mean, like, obviously as like a little kid, that's what I wanted to do, but for much longer than I've wanted to be like Minecraft streaming type shit, like the like the Nintendo YouTuber type shit, like Nathaniel Bandy, um, like Nathaniel Bandy, Scott the Woz, that type of shit.
Hold up. Ain't you Nathaniel B? I do know Nathaniel Bandy.
Yeah, like that's the type of shit that I've wanted to do since I'd say like 2019, maybe even earlier.
So why
like,
didn't you do it?
I've tried before. Like originally, back in like 2021, I had an idea that was conceptually basically like Scott the Woz, but like in like an actual group of people instead of just the one main guy.
What's your favorite platformer?
New Super Mario Bros. 2.
This week, alright, this weekend, me and you will both get 3DS emulators.
I have a 3DS XL right next to me.
Well, can you stream it?
No, I cannot. And I might be able to pull up an old build of Citra.
We'll get 3DS emulators and we'll stream. Me and you, I'll stream. We'll see who can beat Super Mario 2 without touching a coin.
Oh my god, that's not.
Yeah.
I don't think that's possible.
Well, we'll see.
No, I'm like 90% sure that's not possible based on just the main gimmick of the game.
We'll make it a speedrun. Who can beat it first?
Okay, I'd kick your ass on that.
You would kick my ass, but I'll yell at you.
You ever played New Super Mario Bros. 2? Like
I played Super Mario. I have Super Mario Bros. 1.
No, not Super Mario Bros. New Super Mario Bros.
I have not played 2. I played 1, the OG, and then I played the new one.
Nah, 2's whole gimmick is coins. Like there's.
I still haven't come out to my parents.
Oh my God.
I don't think I ever will, because they're Persian and they'll beat my ass.
You could do it when you move out. Sorry, Leo. I know the stream. It's not meant to be depressing. It's just fuck it. Why not?
That's just life, man. Sometimes people are down.
Like what I was saying wasn't like an explicit like, oh, I'm gonna give up on it. No, I'm not. My main thing is like, you know, if anything, it would be like relegated to Twitch. Meanwhile on YouTube, I try like doing the shit that has like pulled my interest for longer, because like as much as I like doing this, like obviously if like doing that like Nintendo gaming type shit has been able to pull me for that long, like to the point where I've spent pretty much the same amount of money on collecting like old Nintendo shit in 2018-19 as I have in 2024. Like the fact that it's been able to pull me that long, and like back in October I spent $750 on the Wii.
That's real. I have a GameCube and I've been collecting games for it. I've spent at least $300 just collecting for it.
Yeah, this Wii, it's a very special one. Like I was the first person to ever publicly document it.
I remember you telling me about it. Yeah.
Yeah. But like the fact that that's been like realistically, the fact that even after like nearing a decade of having this interest, that I'm still willing to spend that much money out on it. Like I feel is a real testament to how much it actually interests me, and I think is a good sign for like how motivated I would be were I to try and do it for content.
You should do it.
I want to wait.
What's stopping you? What's stopping you? Like,
well, it could be like there's a few things, but like again, like back in 2021, what I tried to set up, and I still have both the people friended on Discord actually. I basically tried doing what was functioning like. Do you know the band Superorganism? Like they made the song "Something for Your Mind."
Maybe.
I know you think I'm a psychopath, a Democrat working in a yard.
I did my time and I won out. No, that's Slipknot, but yeah, keep going.
And then something for your mind. It was a song that was popular on old TikTok. Especially like cosplay type shit. But anyways, point is like their Superorganism's whole thing is that it's just no, Leo and Lemoney's not here. It's like fucking what time is it right now?
Lemony
it's almost 11 p.m. so it's gonna be 4 a.m. for Lemony. No, but basically Superorganism's whole thing is that it's like a bunch of people from around the world who are coming together to like do this, to like create the music. Like it's not a band that meets in person unless like they're actually performing. And so my thought process was like something kind of along those lines, doing like, I guess the way I originally phrased it back then was like Scott the Woz-ish content, like doing that type of thing, but with a group dynamic instead of an individual. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So like, I mean, you know Nathaniel Landis, so I assume you know like Minus World and all those guys.
I do know.
So I guess it would
Yeah.
be kind of in line with that, but as like the main thing itself was just like a side kind of gig.
Yeah, no, I could see that. That's fucking sick, dude.
Yeah, that's something I think would do pretty well, but
I'm sad it didn't work out.
I'd have to. Well, no, what originally happened was like 2021. Everyone was just too busy, and nobody responded to anything ever. And
Everyone's fucking busy, man. That's the shitty part about life now.
Yeah,
you gotta
no.
work to make time.
Yeah, but no, like, I think it could still work. I just have to find the people that would be like up to do that kind of thing, and to also like have the things to do it with. Because to be honest, that it doing it that kind of way does kind of restrict what you can and can't do. Because you know, for all the ideas I could have, like, you know, say I want to do something on the Virtual Boy, cool, great. How many people are gonna have that? I have one.
Can I have Virtual Boy? Yeah.
I have one, but but everyone else.
You can make him emulate.
I can emulate, sure. But
you can make them emulate. Well, if I feel like if one of you guys have it, then the other two can just emulate and keep up with the charm.
I mean, I guess. But you just have to think about like, realistically, how could you execute concepts that way? Like, what that would work if you had a bunch of people like that knew each other and that hung out in person. Like, but I think it would be a lot harder to like actually coordinate and do if you're online.
Yeah, I've been trying to do videos with my online friends, and none of them can sit still, or my IRL friends, and none of them can sit still. It is actually terrible. I have a Pluto Nash 3D watch party that I have recorded on my camera, and the whole time, like, we're all screaming over each other, and halfway through, me and my other homies start wrestling, and it's fun to watch because I love my homies. It is terrible for a viewer who doesn't know our dichotomy.
Yeah, that's
like, it's just me and yeah.
It's like anthro type shit, you know, where it's like that's like a dynamic that you have to get. Like, that's a dynamic that you have to build after you've already kind of started building your audience.
Yeah, it's like me and my buddy, we're calling each other fat, even though I'm the fat one. He has a beer belly, and most people will see our banter and be like, "Man, this kind of mean." I'm like, "No, that's just Gary, dude. He's my motherfucker. I'd die for him." It's friendships are hard to explain, but they're fun. I love my friends.
Real.
Shout out friends.
Yeah, shout out friends. Send a message through Pigeon a Bottle, Leo. You could. Your eyes aren't funny on camera. Oh yeah, it's just fundamentally. Yeah, I mean, not everyone is like kind of prepared to be able to do this kind of thing. Like, you know what? I'm not gonna play it, but I want you guys to listen to something. This is from way back in 2020, like 2021 type shit. This was MCCR. Let me pause music for a second. This was back during the first MCCR, right? And me, Banjo, and two more of our friends tried doing something. Cool, great, would have been fun. But let me pull up this original video. This is from 2021, and I want you guys to hear how I sound in this video. Which, for the record, I recorded this. This was sophomore year. I did this during lunch period. Like, I went home, pulled up my microphone, did this like the day, of the deadline. And I just want you to listen to how I talk in this, if you can even hear me, with how quiet I am. Yeah, no, I don't.
I'm sorry, my mom.
Wait, Banjo.
Sending a text.
Sorry, Banjo. I'm trying to show the 2021 Champs & Co. application.
The one I made or the one you made?
This was. I'm not sure. This was 2021, the one you were actually in it. But basically, I'm just trying to show like how much like my voice has changed in my delivery and shit. Let me skip forwards.
Are you
Banjo.
They can't see you on stream.
Oh, and then banjo. But like, listen to how I sound in that, right? Like, it's about a minute if you want to check it out, banjo. And then compare that to the one from 2023.
Yeah, yeah.
And I just
you should show them the one I made in 20 minutes.
I mean, even comparing between those two and the way I talk now, I think there's still a marked difference. I also don't know which one you're referring to.
Come on.
But like there's a marked difference, and it's just like that took me like years to actually develop, like to be able to talk openly and like loud like this. Like at banjo, I mean, you'd probably remember way back then. Like I was quiet as all fucking hell. Fuck, you know what?
Probably just because I was talking over you all the time.
No, not even like you remember Outsiders SMP?
No.
Back in like 2021, there was this one SMP that was like, oh, you know, we'd like to do applications and shit, blah blah blah. You know, well, you can do a thing here. And what I did was basically like, I'd emailed one of the people being like, oh, I think it was actually the owner, being like, hey, would it be possible for me to like do something privately for this? And they didn't respond, which, you know what, completely fair on them. Because realistically, if I wasn't able to just like do a normal like public application type thing, probably wouldn't be a good fit for that.
See, and some people are just kind of like brewed that way. Like me and my sister, it took my sister years of speech therapy. She's 10, by the way, but like when she was really younger, she was so afraid of talking. Like it took years of speech therapy just to get her to like order like food.
Yeah, no.
And
like
in regards to like in the dichotomy of that is I was born, and like ever since I was 3 or 4, I was like a little attention slut, and I like talk to anyone for the sake. I still am, and so I talk to anyone for the sake of like chatting the shit up. Yeah, so for some people, it just takes a lot of work to do so.
Yeah, I think honestly. Oh, let's chat. Let's go. You see that that level 8,000? Hell yeah. I think like the facts that like you like specifically you Frog in Rain back in 2023 when I did try getting back into this, the fact that you guys were so like willing to be in VC so often, like definitely helps me develop like an actual like an ability to actually talk publicly like this. Because like again, consider how I sound in the 2021 MCC application, and then maybe like a month or two after I started doing the I started streaming again, like I was able to do like a full debate in my A-Push class, no issues. Whereas like if I had tried doing that maybe 2 months earlier, I'd be like stumbling over myself constantly, stuttering a ton. And so, yeah, you can talk in front of a crowd, but online you'd cry. Honestly, Leo, I wouldn't be so sure about that. Like, I used to have complete, like, issues talking, like, to any large group of people. Like, I wasn't as quiet in person, but I was still relatively quiet. But just, like, streaming and, like, actually having to project myself out like that. No, dude, I fucking love A-Push. But, like, being able to, like, again, Banjo, I think, like, you, Frog, and Rain are like the only reasons that I'm still doing this. Because if you guys were like, oh no, sorry, I can't join VC with you, then I'd probably still I'd probably still be like, just kind of talking like this.
I can't join VC. I'm nervous, man. I'm nervous.
Yeah. But no, like seriously, imagine if it was like that. Like if you guys were not so open to like joining VC every single time I asked, then I'd probably still just kind of like being there talking like this the whole time. I'd be like a lot quieter. There'd be a lot more silence. I'd be talking like this. But I mean, this also probably also helps that around that time, like my high school theater was doing Xanadu.
Oh.
No. I like it personally. Like I know it has a reputation, and I still think it's really funny that when the theater
keep going. Sorry.
When the theater teacher announced we were doing it, in the room, it was either complete silence from the kids who didn't know what it was, or exasperated sighs from the adults who did. Yeah.
Um,
Uh,
my high school theater, the guy who ran it was kind of a piece of shit and ran it like a business, and so he overworked the hell out of those kids
oh, that's
to the point
unfortunate.
where they would develop an ego from basically their suffering. Cause
Oh,
like
we love that.
they were out there like my when I used to date two people who worked in theater or who were in theater, and they every day they don't get up to like 5, 6, and they'd have them out in the
That's
sun, like
relative.
doing shit for
Wait,
like
why were you
the work.
outside?
Huh?
Oh, hi, Kesher Basher.
I,
Oh, what?
dude,
Why were you
they
outside?
were they treated that shit like a business. They had boosters. They had to like sell, give shit
Well,
to boosters.
well, no,
They
mine
had
had
like
mine had
5.
boosters too.
Yeah, but like so
But
many
like,
people
why
had
was
to
yours
manage so
outside?
many shit. Cause so many people had to manage so many shit. The kids managed the website. The fucking like, they
I
had
mean,
fucking coders and shit. They ran that shit
I
like
mean,
tight.
we have a webmaster, but that's only because in like the last 2 years, one of the people in my grade decided to like set that all up.
Yeah, see, it wasn't like one of the people decided. It was like the guy was like, I need someone to do it. I need someone to constantly
Oh,
be in
bye,
charge of
bye,
it.
Cecilia. Thank you. Have fun
Uh,
doing whatever you gotta do. Um, yeah, no, I get that. But like, the thing was, like, I think part of it was obviously, like you guys being willing to be in stream and having getting me talking. But also around that time, and I think it's funny that that Xanadu is the reason for it. But like, I actually like it was during one of the performances of Xanadu because like I'm a sound tech, so like I have new microphones and everything. One of the things we had to do was basically like as they were doing the final number, what the sound and lights both did it because lights didn't have much to do sometimes. Basically, like we would go down to because we had our own like second level where we did all our shit. We would go down and like watch in the back as they were doing the final number. Um, so so that right when the curtains dropped, we could like get backstage and get ready to grab their microphones. But what happened is like during Xandu, it was like it was during one of the nights, and I'm like, holy shit, this is what it like feels like to be in like an actual community, like supportive people who like fully care for each other. Like that's the
mhm.
like that was like the first time I had like a full sense of like, holy shit, like I feel like I actually belong here.
Yeah, community sick.
Yeah, and I think that that's also partially. I think that also partially helped me. Like obviously, like not as like not to the same extent, but like that feeling of like I
No, no, I
yeah
perfectly get what you're saying. A sense of belonging, a sense of like, yeah, these
yeah
people
like getting an
don't hurt my
actual
life.
sense of belonging with
Yeah,
that I think also helped me with this.
that's how it was with me, but it was the vice versa. Um, I was, okay, this is gonna be no shocker to anyone ever. I didn't have many friends in elementary school and like not to like late middle school. Was I was actually like getting to meet people because I was constantly moving. I was constantly all over the place, immigrant moving everywhere, and um, it was my Discord friends and I was getting into streaming like through 2020 and 2021 that really got me out of my shell, and I would have not been as social as I was IRL if it wasn't for like learning how to talk to people
Yeah,
through streaming and meeting
yeah.
people like you, and like especially through quarantine.
Yay.
Quarantine made me realize like, holy shit, I I, I gotta learn how to be funny, bro. I gotta.
Yeah,
And
I mean I still have issues socializing, like especially if I'm in a new group of people that I don't know. Like I'll be
yeah,
pretty quiet and just
age
follow around the
13.
person I know the best. But overall, like I feel streaming really has helped me with socializing and shit. And
Mm,
with like being able to just like openly talk about shit. Like
mm,
I don't like I can't imagine like how much more of a pain in the ass would have been to like socialize with my roommates and making friends here at college, had
mhm,
I not been like at least semi accustomed to talking to people I didn't really know
mhm,
through like through SMPs and shit. Like
mhm,
obviously I wasn't on that many, but yeah,
mhm.
just like streaming,
I
especially talking to chat, really helps you kind of like be able to make that quick rapport. Sorry, continue.
I have the vice versa of you. I would have not joined choir and met everyone I did through choir, and choir gave me a huge sense of belonging because it was like a huge ass group of I have friends that I've been friends with since my sophomore year of high school. I'm like a fucking freshman in college now, and Um, I'm sorry, I had to snooze the ad. What
That's
is it?
alright. I love how
I
mods don't get
would,
ad free.
yeah, no, I wouldn't have had I wouldn't have done that if it wasn't for streaming. Or what is it? No, 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 I fucked up my story. I wouldn't have like I never had that sense of community because I constantly had to switch friend group. There was so much shit that went down, and like there's so much stupid dramas. Drama will follow you forever.
Yeah, I had
Whether
a lot
choir
of
did,
drama.
okay.
I had a lot of
Choir
drama
helped
in
me. Choir
like
helped
high
me
school and
get
shit.
a lot of new perspective and meet a lot of new people. I became friends with Mormons. That's how like diverse that shit was. The entire tenor section were gay Asian people, and the, yeah, 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 yeah. I know. Um,
Leo says
and the
forever
rest
a choir kid.
forever choir can forever young. Yeah, shout out my baritones. I love my baritones. But dude, the basses were all gay for each other. Um, the sopranos were all were all white women, Mormon white women. Tenors were all gay Asians, and then I don't know. The altos were chill. I remember going to a few shows with the altos. I like the altos. I worked with some of the altos at Canes, but no, choir gave me that sense of belonging because it was like people who would like I don't know. We were stuck with each other for like days and days and days on end, and I've never had that experience with anyone else but my family. You know, I've never been
Yeah,
like stuck in a suit exploring a college for like a week with a few buddies, and I'm grateful for that
yeah.
honestly because that has taught me so much about others. It's
I
well,
considered doing choir like a few times. Like I was
yeah.
in like a pseudo choir type shit in sixth grade for my middle school.
Oh, so was I.
And then I did band from like third ish grade to like to freshman year.
Yeah.
But fundamentally, none of that really like gave me the same sense that theater did, and like I would love to do film related stuff. Um,
Yeah.
However, unfortunately, like factors are constantly conspiring against me.
My
Like
Yeah, I get that.
like
No, I get that.
I couldn't do it here because I had to focus on trying to get into the sound for the performing arts major because that one only accepts 16 people total. They can only
Mhm.
have 16 people in that program at any given time.
Mhm.
And so instead I had to like because I want to get in the film program but I also wanted to do that. So I had to focus on the sound major, and so I couldn't really pursue anything
Mhm.
in regards to like the film one. I had to basically take as many classes as possible for the sound major that weren't fully blocked off. Like there are a few of the required courses that weren't blocked to the major only.
Mhm.
Um, and like so that kind of restricted me from doing it, and I'm not gonna be able to do that when I go to Brighton because like British schools are very like here in the U.S. schools are very like, oh, we want you to have a well-rounded curriculum. Whereas in the
Mhm.
UK, the schools are much more, we want you to have as much experience as possible in what you're trying to major in,
Mhm.
which is why there's so much work experience in baked into the curriculum over there.
Mhm.
But that does mean that I then can't do like the film type shit. And I mean,
Yeah.
it's Brighton, so
Yeah.
whenever I do get over there, like it's not like I'm gonna have a hard time doing it, but I'm gonna be going into it completely blind.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I get that. I get that.
You know, all I can. Sorry.
I miss choir so much. I have been busy within like the past few months. It's honestly been fucking me up. I've been in this funk for like the past few months ever since like the breakup happened, and it's not like I can do shit because I'm still working two jobs and I'm going to school, and so like the only shit like bits and pieces of like self shit I can do is just D&D, go to shows, and hang out with my friends, and
Yeah, real.
it feels so debilitating sometimes because like there's so much shit I want to do. I want to get into woodworking. I want to build a birdhouse and call it like name it after
Honestly,
the
goes.
name I've been giant.
Hey, listen, I've done more than a few bits of woodshop stuff in my time.
Yeah.
I could hypothetically, when we're over there, I could try and teach you a little bit.
I'm down. I'm down.
Plus, I
I've
might know
wanted.
someone going to VidCon that's actually like done that kind of shit. You probably wouldn't know him. He's
Yeah.
in the Minecraft space, but I think I know he had a pretty popular video like 3-4 years ago where he made Dreams like Dream SMP shield in real life.
No,
And he also recently made a techno statue, like a big ass techno memorial statue. But you're going to VidCon? Wait, Leo, are you able to afford that? Because remember, like, what was it, you, Sabrina, and Casper had all like done the hey VidCon, please. Oh, so you're lying. But
I hate VidCon, but I love Anaheim.
I'm going to VidCon.
Yeah, and you're seeing me, dipshit, because I live there.
Hell yeah, I am. Wait, Leo, I'm lying. We know this, guys. We know this.
Guys.
Well,
Dude,
I was being optimistic, Leo. Okay.
I want to do choir again so bad. I miss a sense of community. I have not been having a sense of community. You don't understand how it's so bad that like I have been well, it's not bad. She's been lovely, but I've been watching Jeopardy with my neighbor just to get that sense of community going.
Oh, banjo.
Dude, I love my friends. I love my friends. I love my friends. They don't do shit unless I have to invite everyone to. I'm the only thing keeping this friend group alive.
Honestly,
I'm like holding it together. Like I have planned so many trips. I like the hangout spot is at my house. This shit is.
Oh,
so
you're that
fast.
guy
It's
in the
just-
group.
I'm basically everyone else is like a sobbing mess right now or a fucking like busy with everything. Like it's so bad.
Dude,
a few of our homies got. Like ever since the breakup, we've had our friend group split up. A few of my homies are in a residential place right now. Two of them also are going through their own breakup, and the other ones are like severe drinkers, and so it's hard to get them to do anything sober now. Dude, it's like it feels like the 1920s over here.
Shit,
Fucking
that
group
sucks.
depression, dude. All everyone wants to do is have fucking extravagant ass parties against. Across from Daisy's house in the fucking big green ass light tower.
Yeah. I mean, in high school, I'd say I have something pseudo similar. I wasn't the person that organized. It was like shit would happen, and it would be all my friends, but I would never like be looped into these plans. Like I still very clearly remember. I think it was like junior year or sophomore year, where I see an Instagram post, like literally, it was like 15, 16 people, so a majority of the people that I considered my friends at the time, all at this one person's birthday party.
But they didn't invite you.
No, and I mean, I think that this person hates me. Although everyone I've talked about this to disagrees.
Yeah.
Basically, so a little context. I probably told this story before. Back in the summer going into junior year, make plans sometimes staying at someone's home. You definitely go to mine. Yeah, you seem like that kind of person, Leo. The one that would be like, it's happening at my house. So basically, like the summer going into junior year, this person who I'm not friends with anymore because he's kind of a jackass, tried setting me and this other person up. This other person.
Oh.
Was kind of pretty alt, Okay, and I was it just didn't work. Like I can't pull up the DMs right now because my phone's being used for the face tracking. But I saw the one of the DMs he sent to his at the time girlfriend was basically like, oh, she, well, I wasn't out, so he said T, but he's like, oh, she kept making these really horrible jokes that didn't land, and then I would have to come in and save it, and it was just a mess.
Yeah.
And then it ended in like one of the last conversations, which I still think is hilarious because I know she didn't mean it this way. She asked if I was high functioning autistic, and it was not intentional. No, it was not intentional, because the thing was, no, I know for a fact it was intentional because what happened was. We had gone to talking about autism, and she's like, and she's like, oh yeah, my brother has autism, and then I mentioned that I had it, and like before she could process what she was saying, it just kind of slipped out. Like I could tell it was, I could tell she didn't mean it in a bad way. Like it just kind of slipped out.
That's what she said.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, she ended up dating one of my friends for a good portion of high school anyway, so it's not like, you know, it's not like I fumbled that badly because at the end of the day, I didn't care that much. I didn't even know about this until like most of the way through junior year, like probably possibly even summer going into senior year. But like, yeah, I mean, it's not like it's not like she was avoiding me or anything. Even if she wanted to, she probably couldn't because she dated my friend. She dated someone who had been my friend since like first grade. So
you know what's the worst thing in any relationship I've been in? I've been working on it. I'm a very anxiously attached person. I have hyperfixations. I will hyperfixate over a person I meet. I hide it well usually, and it doesn't come out until like we're deep into a relationship. And I've been trying to identify signs and work through it. I'm seeing like I'm currently talking to a therapist about it too. It got so bad, but the worst thing for me has in a relationship has been someone who gets in a relationship and then slowly and surely they like feel less comfortable with the idea of a relationship as they're in it, and they slowly back out, and that is the most soul crushing thing ever, dude.
Well, it just seems like that person wasn't really ready for that type of attachment. Also, I'm sorry to cut you off. I'm sorry to just chat. Level 1000 alchemy. Let's fucking go. Sorry.
That's sick.
Sorry. No.
Yeah.
This server. There's a server called Tallcraft. It's a survival. If you remember, like 6, 7, 8 years ago, when everyone was playing that one dropper that had like the patent gen map and everything. Like it was made by these people, and they've had the survival server since 2011, but the owner can't afford to host it anymore, so it's shutting down at the end of the month.
Yeah.
After like 14 years, and so I'm trying my damnedest to get the highest possible rank before that happens. And this is a very expensive, but one of the fastest ways to do it. So. Yeah. Anyway, sorry. Continue.
I forgot what I was.
You were talking about like people slowly back out of relationships and that kind of thing.
Yeah, but see, it's the human mind's fucked because we crave love and care and attention and all that, and you can't really blame them because that's just the way their mind works, and it's like the one saying, you don't know any better, and they didn't know any different, Yeah. And so, like, some people are just stuck in those cycles until they have an epiphany, and you're stuck in your own cycle, and that's habits are always hard to break. One way or another, you'll like look deep in yourself. You'll find some shit from your fucking childhood or some shit your parents did, and you'll see it's still affecting you all these years later. And all you can do, you can't beat yourself up about it because that's only gonna hurt you. But you also have to be aware, and you have to keep loving yourself and keep telling yourself that it'll be okay, because shit's tough.
Speaking of epiphanies and shit, like that.
Oh, did you have one?
No, not exactly. Like that playlist I was talking about earlier. Like whenever I like really need to be introspective about shit and like really think over things and think things through, that's the playlist I put on. And yeah. Like that's like the reasons like real AC heads know how big this is. My life and content are never going to be the same. It just kind of helps like calm me and like kind of like de-stress and then like be able to like fully think things through. And I'm sitting out in the wilderness last night because Purdue has this thing called Horticulture Park, which is like it's basically just where they have all like a bunch of plant species and shit. And there's a bunch of benches and everything. So it's like it's pretty dark out. It's pretty clear sky. I go as far as I can to get away from all the lights. And I'm thinking to myself like, I love doing Minecraft shit. Like I love this game. I've loved it for years. I love doing Minecraft shit, and I would love to be able to like make a living off of it. But realistically, I can't look at how low I usually like. Compare like the way I perform statistics wise like for example to other people who like, again, I know it's not good to compare yourself, but like I do look at the numbers.
Yeah.
There are people I'm friends with,
Yeah.
who will have like, they'll have like a fraction of the followers I have, on pretty much every platform, and yet they perform like 10 times better than I do. Like they'll,
Yeah.
like, like people with like 100 followers who are like averaging 10 viewers,
Yeah.
or people like who have gone from nothing to nearly 1,000 followers over the span of like 2 months.
Yeah.
And like it can be demotivating, but like the fact of the matter is, like, these people are like, they actually have something that keeps people coming in. I don't particularly have something
Yes,
to
you.
like pull people
What
in.
What is there something that you don't have? What is this constant
Well,
reminder of
no,
something?
it's various people with various different things. Like they have things or aspects to them that like pull people in. But I
Yeah.
like fundamentally don't have, like, I don't have.
You have aspects that pull people in. What the
Yeah,
fuck are
like
you
what?
talking about?
Like what, Banjo?
What you're an autistic little gay Minecraft virgin, dude.
Yeah, but
People fucking
that's
that
not
is that
new,
is
and that but the
that
thing
is
is, that's not
yeah.
special. Don't let the numbers
Yes,
consume you. Certain streamers
motherfucker,
allowed to get to their head, and that's all they
motherfucker.
think about. Leo, would this
It
happen to
doesn't
be a
have to
stream?
be
Wait,
you to
hold on,
be.
Major, hold on. Leo, would this happen to be a streamer that you mod for? Sorry, that was incredibly mean sounding. Um, wow,
You
I did
don't
not mean
have
for that to
to
come off
be
like that.
new to be special. I've been playing the fucking like stupid ass little autistic kid character since I was fucking 13, and that shit still gets viewers from it. I still have friends that'll watch. I still like average 6 or 7 viewers per stream, which isn't a lot. But when you have people in the chat, that's fine. That's perfectly okay. Okay.
Yeah,
You it's not your personality that's ever the problem. You're also getting your
yeah,
ass kicked by a
I
zombie
know.
right now.
Husk, actually. Leo, check
Yeah.
your DMs really quick. Also, Banjo, I do this. My stomach really hurts. I will be right back. Can you entertain chat for a few minutes?
Okay.
All right. Let me just block myself in. Hold on.
What's up, Chad? I have an essay due at 12, and I've been procrastinating it because I really just don't want to write it. It's like 500 words. It's easy. I just don't want to look for the sources. I don't have a problem with writing. I hate searching for sources. I don't have 40 minutes. I live in California. I have 4 hours. I hate searching for sources. If I could spend the rest of my life with like an automatic like fucking like of every like a brain scan of every source, dog, you got a sentence, dude. It really is a sentence. No, dude, that's just nothing. That's just nothing. I've had lab reports with like 4 times more words. It's just I don't want to write it. It's for a fucking basic ass history thing. But he's like, you need like every time I give him under 5 sources, he gets pissy about it. And it's like I don't want to read. Why not drop out? Because I don't want to work as a fucking STEM tutor all day. Like I love teaching little kids how to code, right? But I just don't want it. It's on like history. It's like prehistoric shit. It's like hominins and fucking like the evolution of humans. It's very like early shit. It's just our teacher's a stingy ass grader, and I'm oh, I have a 92 in the class, and it's like if I get another like 7 out of 10 on this essay, that is easy. It's so easy. No, I'm just bitching about it for the sake of bitching about it. I just don't drop this class. It's too late. The semester ends in a month. A month, dude. A month. How you doing? Um, I'm gonna take Leo. Leo, is that your username is Pisso Hour? But I don't know. Leo, greetings, Shalai. What's going on? What's going on? I'm entertaining chat. This is the one thing I used to do when I was like 16, 15. It's not Pisso Hour. You Pisso? Are you Piss Boy? Piss Boy? What's going on, Piss Boy? You pissing yourself? Is it the hour you piss yourself in? Do you poop your pants while you pee yourself? I got a buddy whose like main interesting story about like getting really shit faced is that he just shat his pants one time, and I'm like, dude, I don't want to hear about that. That isn't even a funny story. Like that shit is not. That shit is not. You want to hear a funny story? And then I hit him with like some of the backlog catalog that I'm saving for when I run into a fucking, I don't know, when I get anything on Hinge. Bro, I have a story about poop. Get out of here. Going through life. How about you? Life is going through everyone, dude. That shit's like a big man. Life touches everyone. Ads, boo, boo. Dude, I hate ads. I hate Twitch ads. I'm getting a Twitch ad for Civilization 7. Do you know Luigi Maggioni worked on Civ 6? Luigi Maggioni, fucking, oh my god. Him on Civ 6 was so sick. He did most of the UI bug fixes, and it's it's so fucking funny. Of course, the guy who worked on the game about becoming tyrants and fucking all that and running an industry hates tyrants and all that. Oh my god, that shit is so goofy. Pixelar said, "Hi, I'm new here." Bro, he's not new here. This ain't your first rodeo. This ain't your first. What is the power mode? So what does all this do? I don't get IEC's things because half of them don't work. I'm gonna make IEC hydrate. I'm gonna make IEC drink. I'm gonna make IEC drink water. IEC's gonna drown. IEC's gonna drown in a bath full of water. Pronoun check. He, him, or maybe he. I never read him. I would love to hear the story about poop. I haven't shit myself since I was like 3 years old. Do you know Luigi Maggioni worked on Civilization 6, the video game? When I was a young boy, my father took me into the city to see a marching band. He said, "Son, dude, I don't like that much as a band." I'm waiting for the story. I'm sitting here in anticipation. Wait, it's so embarrassing. I'm trying to think about my embarrassing stories. I can't type this in Twitch chat. Oh my god. Boo. Boo. Type it in Twitch chat. I'm trying to think of my embarrassing stories. One time, this one girl I was into, I'd cry if this got out. I'm gonna spread it everywhere. I'm just kidding. One time, this one girl I liked tied a pretty pink bow onto my hair, and I wasn't gonna take it off till I got home. Oh, that's horrid. That's horrid. That's horrid. I wasn't gonna take it off till I got home. And so I just went to the gym with the prettiest pink bow on my head. And I hit a PR at the time, which was like nothing because I was like 16. But still, I look stunning in the mirror. I look stunning in the mirror. I love the gym. Me too. On God. On Shifo Shizzle. I love bringing odd objects to the gym. Like one time, I got kicked out of the gym one time because I wore a wizard hat and a wizard costume. I work out in my home in the gym because it's going scary day with people. Boo! People don't give a fuck at the gym. People don't give a fuck in the gym. Like, besides the guy who works out front, he's a bitch. One time I showed up in a wizard costume and he kicked me out because he's like, "You're distracting everyone else." I'm like, "Bitch, I'm in a fucking wizard costume. Fuck you mean? Fireball." Any of the creepy guys? That's right. There are creepy guys. I got groped at the gym by one of my homies, and the creepy guy was my homie. He touched me. He touches me everywhere. I don't know what it is about straight guys. They love to feel each other up. I'm not complaining. I'm not complaining. Me personally, on a personal level, I'm not complaining. You know, one of my homies, I go to the gym with him, and he has this one homie, massive fucking tits. But for a man, huge ass titties, right? And like, He's like, I'm just sitting there. I'm like, dude, your tits are huge. He's like, do you want to feel them? And I'm just sitting there, watering at the mouth. Bro does not know I'm a little freak meister, right? And so he's like, yeah, you can feel them. And I lit up 2 squeezes, both hands, and that shit. Oh my god. Oh my goodness. Oh my god. Damn. Oh my lord. It's great. I've also had many men feel me up. Um, listen, listen, listen. This guy was on roids. I found this out later, but you know what? I didn't give a fuck. I didn't give a fuck. I enjoyed it. That shit was gas. That shit was so gas. I literally will be walking. My friends will slap my ass like, girl. Me and my friends have done some wild shit. There are so many photos of me and my friend doing the dip. I have had my fingers up one of my homies' butts. And I've also gotten my dick groped by like 2 of my other homies. Like one of them was like accident, and the other we were watching horror movies, and we had like a 4-man spoon sesh. We were like back to back to back spooning, and he just went in and he's like, "Easy there, cowboy." And I legitimately like, I, I wasn't clean. Talk of these homies are more than that. My mom thought me and my closest homie were dating for like the longest time. She doesn't know I'm bisexual. She just thought I was gay and didn't want to come out. And I was like, the second I got like a girlfriend a month later, and she told me she was like heavily relieved because it was so bad. It was getting to the point. Me and my homies argue like old married couple, dude. It is a wonderful friendship. When is this bitch get back? I gotta work on my fucking essay.
Banjo
Oh my
Taro.
god. Hello, hi, on time. I was telling him my what me like the gay shit me and my friend do.
Yeah, you definitely seem like that kind of person to do gay shit with your friends.
Oh, dude, I've gotten groped, but like I've had my fingers up one of my homies' ass, and then like at least 2 or 3 of them touch my dick.
Uh-huh.
It's just boyhood.
Okay, so what were we talking about before?
We're talking about sword fighting with your homies.
I mean, before I went to alleviate my stomach pain.
Yeah.
No, I believe we were talking about like film and shit.
I got a buddy in film. I've been trying to let me be like a fucking actor in one of his films. I'm like, he's like, no, dude, I have no ideas. I'm like, what is the idea? We just fucked, and he thought I was joking. He thought I was joking. I was
well,
not
Banjo,
joking.
if you're not joking, then that's just porn.
You can't see me right now, but I'm sticking my tongue out and I'm like wiggling it.
I see. I get. I see. I love doing that joke.
You know what's icy in Spanish?
What?
Vio.
You want to know something hilarious? Well, something at least a little bit funny.
What?
So, do you remember how I came up with Aisi?
How?
It was in the fucking content creator court server.
Yeah.
And I think it was like, motherfucker, hold on.
Con tu madre.
No, and I think it was like me, Exilid, maybe you, and a few other people just kind of sitting in a call, like, and I ended up pulling up a random word generator, and that's how I got Aisi. However, it was not just a random string of characters as we all believed. Aisi is a word in Turkish.
Oh, good heavens.
I'm surprised I was
No
able to
worries.
get the Twitch username, honestly.
I miss teal golem.
Oh,
White tea, bro.
No, teal golem white. That was never my thing. There was the teal it. There was the... No, well, hold on. You have the teal white tea.
That means I sleep with your mom.
Also, enter your DM. It may be... Okay, Leo. Yeah. Okay, so it is. It is them. Gotcha. But no, like, I don't let numbers drive what I'm doing. Like, I think that's like a marked difference in the behavior. Like, do I care about them? Sure, maybe a little, but at the end of the day, they're not dictating what I'm doing.
Every time the numbers aren't in my favor, I start beating up a Bolivian child.
Cool.
You get 3 lashes for every follower I don't get.
for every 10 out of 10.
Yeah, like, yeah, for every 10 out of 10, I just start, like, three lashes for the Bolivian child.
Okay, Leo, if you're gonna keep talking about this, I need you to elaborate in my messages.
I'll beep like this, dude. You cannot be.
No, well, nobody knows who. I'm the only person who knows who he's talking about.
I know, but like,
Leo, if you are going to keep talking about this, I need you to just message me and tell me about it.
Man. Everybody talks.
Because it's probably not a good idea for you to be saying this publicly, but I am really curious.
That was when I kissed her.
What?
And then she made my
Okay, that's a slightly concerning statement. What do you mean you can't?
Oh shit, Sonic Generations.
And I doubt the answer to this is probably no. Does this have anything to do with what Cozy tweeted?
Oh. What are these stupid ass names?
No, Cozy's a Shimmer friend. On Cozy's private. On Cozy's private. Does this have anything to do with that? I hope the answer is no.
Guys, check my private. I just tweeted about how Ace's a dickhead.
No, Leo, this was like a week ago at this point. Like, this isn't something recent. This was like a week ago.
Why did my ex like my post? Ugh. Bitch, I thought I had you blocked.
I can't believe Leo's giving me this crazy lore drop and he's like, yeah, sorry, I can't tell you anymore. Like, I get why he can't. Yeah. But it's a little funny to, like, this is clickbait. I think this is technically clickbait. Uh-oh.
My ex situationship like my birthday post. Dude, one of my situationships, she was still getting over her ex, and she's like, yeah, no, I'm not really into the idea of being in a relationship, and I was like, okay, so we're not. And then, like, when I got with my most recent ex, like 2 months in, she sent me a reel that's like, in another life, me and you could be like these machos, and then blocked me. And I'm like, what? Huh? Dog, what? Dude, what? Good heavens. I hate my exes. They only text me when I get in a relationship and never when I get out of a relationship.
Amazing. Sorry, just, like, Leo, you've clickbaited us. Sorry, but it's like...
You texted that same guy like a month ago. Never text your exes. Never text your exes. Go on the unsent project like the rest of us and fucking, like, have your message forever in a post-submission limbo.
Leo, I'm saying they clickbaited us because you gave us, like, the bare minimum amount of information to actually get us like interested / concerned, and then you're like, oh, sorry, I can't tell you anymore. Like, that's completely fair, but at the same time, dude, you're kind of...
He was so in love with me, and all of a sudden you don't want me. Dude, I'm still her profile picture on, like, someplace. Her Spotify is still a profile picture of me giving her a smooch, and then in her, like, spam account, she's wearing all my clothes.
Oh, holy shit, that's crazy.
Oh my god, dude, like, please, let me go, please, I can't do this. Like, she went on a trip, and, like, the whole time, she was sending me videos of her singing my favorite songs. I'm like, please, I can't do this. I can't do this. You know how I am. Please, get away from me. I can't do this shit no more.
Also, Leo, I messaged you what I was talking about. Sorry, I just had to say that part.
Yeah, no.
But no, I mean, like, I want to, like, get into film, like, the production side of film. I just don't have, like, anywhere to, like, try and get experience.
On PMO right now. You gotta get there. Just yeah.
So, Leo, I'm sorry. You literally give us the bare minimum amount of information for us to be like, what the hell are you? What like who the hell? Like who the hell? What the hell? And then you just went, sorry, no, I can't say anything. Didn't like him before, but didn't like him before. Don't like him now. Real. I'm lucky I've never been in a relationship.
You are not lucky. Heartbreak is the receipt, or heartbreak is the receipt for love, and like that's part of living, dude. Like to fall, you've had to have sore at one time, and it's the part that's so shitty about me and my relationship. Fuck you, dude.
Do you know what? Do you ever? No, dude. I said, alright, Ovid. You know, Ovid's Metamorphoses.
Oh.
Girl.
Yeah.
My
first.
Okay.
Was also my first relationship. Sucked. My first relationship. This is funny as shit. We dated for like 2 months, and she's like, "Yeah, no, I think I'm a lesbian." And I was like, "You go, girl." And that shit ended. Fuck.
Getting cheated on, Leo? That's crazy.
You got cheated on? I've never gotten cheated on. I've never gotten cheated on so far. I'm blessed. Hashtag blessed for that. In front of my fave.
Face. Leo tweets fave so much that everything else gets corrected to that.
What is it? My first fucking man relationship wasn't even a relationship. It was a guy I met over CS:GO, and like for like he'd buy me shit, and we'd like sext, and that was it.
You gonna continue?
It was wonderful. I miss him.
Follow
I'm not gonna text him.
No, you should
like
reach
2
back
years
out.
older than me.
Oh.
No. That shit was weird. But like I miss him a little.
Broken heart emoji.
Dude, I had one of my ex's homies be like, yeah, you were like one of the best things ever happened to her, and that I hated that. Why would you reach out and say that to me? Why is that like something like
It could have been trying to make you feel jealous.
I cried so much.
I think that was their intention. Being real, I think that was their intention with that message, to make you cry.
I hate all of her homies because they're not pieces of shit. But she, I'm not talking about it. I'm gonna tweak out. What is it? Oh, ad break.
Crazy. So, you know, I can't really contribute anything to this relationship talk.
You need to get a relationship with it.
Girl, I've tried. You know I've tried.
Bitch, I could fucking like tootle my way into a fucking MLM relationship right now.
Yeah, well, I can't.
Grindr's so easy. Everyone wants to just fuck, and then if you like stay the morning after, they're in love with you.
Yeah, but no.
I saw one of the people at this. I was watching One Man Two Governors. I don't know if you know what production that is, but it's a fucking theater at my local community college. And then I ran into the bassist for that show on Hinge, and I was like, did I see you at that show? They're like, yeah. I'm like, yeah. And we had a wholesome ass interaction.
Dude, that reminds me. After I saw the like Purdue has 2 theaters. There's the official theater and there's like a club version.
Yeah.
And like the day after I went to see the club version, they were doing Puffs.
Puffs? My ex hated Puffs. My ex hated Puffs so much.
Benji, you didn't let me get to the good part of this.
No, you keep going, sorry.
So, firstly, I go to my friend's house. My friend's apartment. And we're chilling. One of the actors just the main fucking actor, the guy who played Cedric, just kinda like just kind of comes in. Like he was apparently invited there by one of their roommates. Cool. Like 20 minutes later, I open up Grindr. Guess who the fuck I find on Grindr?
Who?
Yeah, I found him on Grindr. Grindr was kind of funny, but
Hilarious. You want to hear it? No. For me, it's the fucking opposite, dude. It's the opposite, dude. After me and my ex broke up, one of her homies tried to kiss her, and then when that didn't work out, she texted me and was like, "By the way, I think you're kind of cute." Like the day after we broke up, the day after, and it's like, oh my god, crazy bitch syndrome.
okay, Leo, I think that person's just a criminal.
That is fun.
Um,
Loki, I think I'd fall for that.
not to
Now we cool now.
I was gonna say not to like bounce back in subjects. Like the film shit. Like I don't know what to do.
Want to talk about film? Let's talk about film. Sorry. Yeah.
Because I want to do it. Like I want to do shit. I want to do creative shit. And like I want to like be able to like impact people with like the shit I create, which I mean, Leo, I think you can guess where part of the inspiration comes from. You wouldn't know, Banjo. It's a whole thing.
You. Fuck you.
No, I'm just saying you wouldn't know. Because it just has to deal with a bunch of shit that you're not privy to.
I'm privy
No,
to
it's
a
not.
lot.
It's not the Dream SMP, Leo. It's a certain creator. Well, former creator.
Oh my god. Say his name. Start beef.
No, this isn't beef. This has nothing to do with beef. This is not. No, what? No, what the fuck does he have to do with filmmaking?
Yeah. What does Wilbur still gotta do? Bro did nothing.
Leo.
Oh, that's a creeper.
What's your user? Yeah. Go. There you go. There you go, Leo. You got it.
KT.
Katie bugs.
Like a weed.
No, Katie bugs.
Katie bug.
Katie bugs, you know the person that George Not found sexually assaulted and then drove offline because his fucking fans are rabid piece of shit.
Oh.
On every other thing, it's Katie Hour, Leo.
Does she go Sips and Sweet store? Is that a real thing?
What?
Never mind.
But yeah, no. Well, I wouldn't know your Instagram, Leo, because I don't follow you there. And okay, TikTok, I think I did know. I should have known. But
on Instagram,
but
I'm pretty sure you do.
I'd follow you on my creator, Kenya. I can follow you on my private if you want.
Calm down.
All right, I'll do that later. But you know, basically, a lot of my motivation towards like filmmaking and shit does come from her stuff. And like, she is really fucking talented. Like, no wonder she's going to college for like film and shit. You know, like, she just like, I want to be able to make shit that's like impactful like that.
Yeah.
But like fundamentally, I don't know how. Obviously, I can learn. But not being able to like take classes in it makes it a lot harder. And also like not having access to the like any necessary equipment or anything like that. Well, no, actually no, I take that back because let's be real, iPhones are fucking film cameras at this point.
I took a video production class in high school and it was like an honors class.
I didn't have that as an option.
I did nothing but dick around. Like the first time I ever showed up to class, I was in that class and I was tripping my fucking balls out.
You know, I've noticed that being like a thing with a lot of creators. I didn't have that because, you know, I went to a fucking high school, like one of the a high school who was very near the like mid rank in the country.
Yeah.
But like for example, like fucking Alfred, for example, goes to high school like in the middle of fucking nowhere, Oklahoma, and his school has like a film production thing and all that.
Forward Ariel.
Like Like, obviously, I could just take class at a local community college.
Yes.
I don't know, like
community colleges, dude.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not sleeping. I'm not sleeping on them in the slightest. Like, I know that they do have uses.
One of the bassists of my favorite local bands here, I actually ran into him at a community college watch party of this one movie, D.D.
No, I'm not hating on community colleges. Like, I am lucky enough to live near to, like, just in my general proximity have a lot of good community colleges. Like, for example, with SUNY you have FIT, Fashion Institute of Technology, which is like probably in like the top 10 best community colleges in the country. Obviously, it doesn't apply to me. But no, I mean, the community colleges near me are decently well funded. I'm not sleeping on them. I'm just like, I can't take the classes there, but unfortunately, even if I wanted to, it's not something I could actually get a degree in there.
I don't want to talk about anything. I don't want to talk about.
I mean, I can see you getting into Princeton, Leo. Based on what I know, well, based on the bit I know about you,
I could get into Princeton.
No.
Why not?
That shouldn't really be a question.
Why? What do you mean? What do you mean? I'm a smart kid. I had all my volunteering and fucking schools I got. Everything I did was related to computer engineering. Since I was 15, I was volunteering at a senior center for technology issues. I've had internships when I was 16, 17.
Oh my fucking god, internships. Sorry, you just reminded me of something that really pissed me off.
You don't really grind my gears.
No, not even that. I applied and was a finalist for an internship at the National Women's Music Festival. And like, yeah. So I have a Zoom meeting with them, talk with them. Like, they themselves admit that, like, I'm one of the most qualified people that they've talked to.
Yeah.
And then I finally get a response from them, which, by the way, was like a week after I was supposed to have gotten it. Sorry, we didn't pick you. Slightly pisses me off. Like, sure, you know, I, like, understand. Not everyone that does it can get the position. But they admitted that I was pretty much one of the most qualified people applying. Like, I had a lot more experience than most of the people that... Yeah, I know.
Will overlook you for the sake of overlooking you. You can't take it personally. You can't take it on your fucking credit. Sometimes you just gotta realize there's a fuck system, and you are just another person.
You just gotta suck it up.
Well, don't suck it up. It's not your fault. It's not.
No, I know, but it's not like I can do much about it.
Dude, you can't do much about shit. All right, that's why you focus on what you can.
Yeah. Just like doing this shit, and hopefully, if I can find someone else who's willing to let me do it, I can like actually like mix music again. Because last time I did that, the person stole my fucking work.
Real.
I'm still pissed about that. Fuck you now. Banjo should be a therapist. Leo says you should be a therapist.
No. I'm good.
He's
I can
good,
really
Leo.
deal with my own problems.
And I can see you doing okay as a therapist.
I could barely deal with. Nah, dude. I have to be. I could not exist in a professional setting. Like, some bitch is whining to me about their like dad and shit, and I gotta be like, yeah, but you know, he kind of right. Like what am I?
Christ, Banjo.
I cannot exist without sarcasm. I cannot. You would be a therapist?
Holy shit, wait a second.
Being a therapist is cool and all until you realize how much you have to do. You have to get your master's, you have to have 400 like confirmed fucking hours, you write so many theses. I don't like writing.
Well, you can do masterless theses. Thesis-less masters. Sorry, not masterless theses.
I know, that's a lie. I love writing, but I hate forcing
Holy
to
shit.
write. I hate when other people tell me to write. I'll write my gay little smut stories and post them on Tumblr all day, every day, right? But like, that's a lie. I don't even post them on Tumblr. I don't even post them. I keep them in my notebook, and then I'll be like, oh, this shit's ass, and I throw them away. Tumblr's fucking so some of the people on Tumblr are so cool and talented, and I gotta sit there gritting my teeth. I gotta be like, what do you mean you have DIY patches of the exact band I like? What do you mean you don't have a store open for it? What do you?
Realize
You what?
something.
What'd you realize?
Well, because I was like thinking about shit and, like how I want to do a film, how I want to do film and stuff.
I want to do
And-
your dad.
No, I was gonna say like I think part of it is just I don't find this as creatively fulfilling. Like as much as I love doing it, I don't find like this kind of stuff to be as creatively fulfilling.
Minecraft content creatively fulfilling.
Well, just like the Minecraft streaming and like this type of stuff.
Give yourself a big project to do every now and then. Set deadlines, set goals.
Bro, I fucking deadline. Shit, I mean, yeah, but like, what would I even, like, what kind of projects would I even?
Okay, what projects do you like, first of all?
What do you mean by that?
What projects make you go unga bunga? I want to make something. Like you said, Scott the Woz, Nathaniel Bandy.
Well, yeah, like that. Like I've always loved that, like Nintendo, like type shit.
Borderline Forever.
Borderline Forever goes kind of hard, but I was just talking about like that general vein of Nintendo content in general.
Yeah.
Like that kind of just shit I love. Like
Okay.
I mean, like even like with Minecraft stuff when it's like really narratively driven, like in the vein of like White Pine Despotism, like that kind of stuff. I could see going pretty hard, and again with like the film and shit, like that kind of thing.
Okay, make an idea that scratches your autistic little brain. Like fucking talk about why the Virtual Boy was actually like a beautiful masterpiece of hardware, and it was so packed and condensed, and it was perfect until Nintendo ruined it or some shit. Like
honestly, I don't think I have enough. I don't think I have the Virtual Boy qualifications. I think I could argue I'd have the Wii qualifications, or like the DS qualifications.
First ever logged Wii. Make a video about that. Make a video about that right
Dude,
now.
I am so tempted, but would there even be enough information for that?
Yeah.
Like I could go into the history of it, but that would only be a few minutes, realistically.
Okay.
Deep conversations, I love deep conversations. Like especially with. Sorry.
No, you go.
I was gonna say, especially with people who you don't expect to have that type of shit with, like that's when they go so fucking hard.
Fuck you.
No, I'm not. I mean,
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Like you do have to admit that the vibe you give off, like nobody on the street would assume like, oh yeah, that guy has deep conversations and talks.
Oh yeah, no shit, Sherlock. Because I live life. We're all participants of the same ride. It's just slightly different.
Yeah, no, but I'm saying like when you have a deep talk with someone who you wouldn't expect to have that type of conversation with, that's when they go really fucking hard.
Oh my god.
No, I mean like I'm just saying like yes, I've had deep talks with other people, but realistically, like we've had like deep talks 2 or 3 times, and I think that those have helped me like infinitely more than anything I've ever talked with my therapist, with like IRL friends who are like who you would expect that to do that kind of thing. Like having these kind of talks with you has been infinitely more productive than any of those have ever been.
Okay. Well, I'm glad that's for you, but it also just depends on the moment, you know, like me and a few buddies of mine will sit down, we'll have the greatest night of our lives, and then it isn't till the drive back home.
That's like holy shit, that was amazing.
Yeah. No, it's till the drive back home, till someone feels comfortable enough to say something, and that starts a dialogue that's just of either like talking about trauma, talking about this, talking about how you got over something. Yeah. And so it's
all this because I got emailed by the Purdue University for not going to class.
God damn it, Purdue!
Oh.
God damn it, Bobby!
Dude, I want to.
That starts in 35 seconds.
Oh, you know, I'll snooze that one. Hold on, I do find it really funny though.
Yeah.
Like to whoever reported me. Oh, I can't snooze it. Like so why was a month their breaking point? Like why not 3 weeks? Because like 1 week, sure, they're busy. 2 weeks, okay, kind of pushing it. What made them say no? 3 weeks is all right, but a month isn't. I'm curious. I'm not avoiding classes, Leo. I'm depressed.
Okay.
Like it's like
Just stop.
it's
No, I'm kidding.
yeah. Just stop being depressed. No, it's like it's a lack of motivation to like go out and actually like do shit.
Yeah, I get that.
Trust me, it costs 25 grand a semester to go here. It's not intentional. Or I wouldn't be doing it.
Motivation's weird.
I haven't been to classes in a month, yeah.
Motivation's so weird for me.
Yeah.
I don't know what motivates me actually. I've just like it's kind of fucked, but I've been in a sense of adrift for the past like month, 2 months, 2 months, yes, 2 months. And so my motivation for shit is like, well, I mean, I've been in it this long, you know, I can't really too late to quit now.
I'm too far and I can't kill myself.
That's you say that's a joke, but yeah, kind of. I never thought I was gonna make it. Outbreak ends in a minute 20. I can't tell my story. Oh, good heavens.
Well, I mean,
We'll
honestly, Banjo, that's kind of like a lot of people, especially our age, don't foresee themselves making it into adulthood.
I never thought I was gonna make it to 18.
Neither did
thought
I.
I was gonna kill myself before I turned 18.
I
And I've met people, and there are people right now that I'm still like here and conscious because they were grateful enough to be in my life and be happy and fucking make me do shit with them, and they're sticking out for me and I'm sticking out for them. And so because of that, it's kind of like, well, you know, I can't really quit, so I might as well
Yeah.
live.
I can't say I ever thought I was going to kill myself before getting to that point. I just kind of assumed something would happen.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, sure, I did have, like, plans in case I were to last that long. Like, hell, when I first realized that, like, if I go back in, like, my Google Docs and shit, like, I can find shit from, like, 2016, 17, like, where I was, like, planning exactly how I'd come out.
Don't say that. Don't say that, Leo. Don't say that. Fuck you, dude. Fucking love yourself, you piece of shit.
Really, love yourself. A lot of people love you. A lot of people enjoy having you around.
Fuck up that relationship if you don't love yourself first, and stop saying shit like that.
Yeah, people enjoy having you around, Leo. Like,
they do.
As
but
much
you
as
gotta
much
enjoy having yourself around first.
Yeah.
That's the most important part about all this. Okay.
Yeah.
That's part of the reason people fuck up so many relationships. That's part of the reason I fucked up many relationships. Because I was too focused on keeping the other happy. And I would look down, I was like, am I here for myself? Am I here because I want to? Or am I here because I'm looking for the next validation hit? Okay? Always keep in mind, have yourself first. Hey, keep going, I cut you off, I see.
No. I was gonna say that, like, Leo, why do you, like, I mean, not to be intrusive with asking, but, like, why do you think that prioritizes other people's feelings of your own? I mean, that's something a lot of people do.
Fucking Princess Carolyn complex, dude. Yeah, I mean, a lot of people do.
What is that a reference to?
BoJack Horseman.
Oh, I have no idea. Okay.
Princess Carolyn is a woman that's everyone's agent, and she puts everyone's needs in front of her own and hopes that, like, someone will tend to her needs, and it leads her chasing up, like, the same horse for, like, 50 years and never happening. Sometimes I feel like I prioritize other people's feelings because I'm like, oh, why do I do that? Because you fucking grew up and like, no one gave you care unless you gave them care, so you fucking internalized that stupid shit, and so now you're out here regurgitating that stupid shit in this piece of shit stream.
Hey, my stream's not a piece of shit.
No, you're a piece of shit, but in a good way.
No, honestly, no, I get that. Wait, Monster, are you gonna ask me? Well, no, I was just gonna ask, like... Well, you answered the question. I was originally gonna ask what makes you feel that way, but then you answered it. fuck you. What do you mean, boo?
Stream Minecraft.
Well, yeah, I do stream Minecraft and I enjoy it. However, as I've come to realize over the course of this conversation, it's like it's not creatively fulfilling enough for me.
Yeah.
And
We'll work on something that's creative.
Yeah,
We'll do something
like-
I'm down to do like a duo project.
Yeah.
I'm doing a few duo projects with a few buddies. One me and a buddy of mine were collecting like 36 Pokemon packs, make our own booster boxes, and then we're gonna both rip it open on the stream.
that could go hard.
It is going hard.
TCG is very hit or miss on Twitch. I know it's pretty consistent on YouTube, but on Twitch it's very hit or miss. Like it's just kind of 50-50 whether or not it'll work well.
I've been doing TCG since 2021, dude. Like my people don't give a fuck. As long as I'm sitting there calling them a slur, they're good.
Average banjo statement. No, I mean,
Life is
I know.
overwhelming. Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Shit, life is overwhelming. That's part of its charm. It's like fucking warm ass sand. It's like the beach. Going to the beach for the first time. You fuckers don't remember this, but like I felt overwhelmed as a kid going to the beach. Fucking hated it. Sand was too hot. Couldn't run. Have to clean up everything. The waves.
But you have to
fucking
get
kick
through.
my ass every time.
Yeah, but you know
And
you
then
have
I'd
to.
grow.
Yeah,
And
and
then I get used to it, and I'd enjoy the calm. I'd enjoy just sitting there, watching life pass by, and I'd learn to love the beach.
and you
I
have
love
to
going the beach,
you have to
even
go
though
through the
fishing
hot
is-
sand to be able to get into that calm, cool water.
Honestly, it's the other way around in California. Sand's so fucking cool.
Well,
water's so cold.
in most places of the world, you have to go on the hot sand to get to the cooler water. Like you have to sometimes deal with like something that's painful or hard to get into to be able to get to the point where you can relax and be calm.
Yeah.
That's just how shit
Recently-
plays. Obviously not in California, and probably not in the UK too, because their beaches are just fucking rocks. But
It's the same with Iran, actually. Their beaches are rocks, too.
yeah, but the overall point is the same.
Yeah. I do think humans state of progress.
Yeah. You know, I mean, like, life is life, pretty much. Yeah. You know, like,
Yeah.
as much I just want to be able to like make a living doing like creatively fulfilling shit online. I think that's like my dream thing. And I know it's cringe as shit because it's like,
not cringe as shit. Fuck you.
oh
Fuck you.
no, I'm
It's not
saying because it's like, you know, oh, everybody wants to be a YouTuber, but like,
Yeah.
yeah,
It's because everyone wants to sit on their fucking ass while they play video games. It's the dream.
yeah, but I'm not even talking about like that. I just want to be able to like be able to make creatively fulfilling things without having to like, you know, like even if I was like doing it in some like, you know, like quote unquote normal real world setting, trying to do that type of shit normally has you like on deadlines, doing shit that's like,
Man,
do
you
what I
got
wanna do.
something you want to do. Go fucking
Yeah,
do it.
exactly. That's my
beautiful.
point. Like
You
I
got
wanna
something
be able to like do creatively fulfilling shit, like I guess on my own time of my own volition, rather than doing something that someone else is telling me to do. You like, because even if that is creative, not being in control of it, I feel it takes away from that. Yeah, no, I'd rather not work 9 to 5 either, because like realistically 9 to 5s are more like 7 to 6, like 7 to 6, 7 to 7. When you, for most people, when you factor in commutes and shit.
Dude, my shit I want to do sounds like way more depressing than holy fuck. Dude, I just want to like be comfortable with my emotions. And you guys are sitting here like, yeah, I want to get a better job. God damn.
Oh no, that's a valid goal. Like just to be able to like be comfortable in yourself and your emotions.
Dude, my emotions.
That's not.
suck
That's
ass.
not.
I
And
have, like,
that's
really-
no. That's just as valid as what we're saying.
Yeah. Want to be comfortable in my identity? Real.
Yeah.
Real. I've been having pretty bad mood swings recently, and I can identify them, but it's also just so ass because it's like I feel like shit.
You know, like you know when they're happening, but you can't do anything about them.
No, I just have to sit there, like put on adrenal anchor and just thug it out and pray like I don't text anyone.
Yeah, like, ugh. I think that's honestly, I think part of the reason, like, I've like kept an interest in like a lot of the Dream SMP creators and all of them for so long, is because like what a lot of them have gone on to do. Obviously, not all of them, but a lot of them and like a lot of the Minecraft YouTubers of the past few years, what they've gone on to do is stuff that they find creatively fulfilling, like Tommy in it with the comedy and everything, or Jack Manifold with the with the shit he's doing. Yeah, I feel so bad for Tommy and the shit he's had to deal with. But like him with the comedy, or like Jack Manifold, like taking off, like stopping doing stuff on his main channel until he can do something that he thinks is really like worthy and fulfilling.
I think it's kick-ass that him and Tubbo are getting into UFC. I really want to sign up for a UFC gym, but I just don't have the money for it. It's so expensive.
Or with that, like with Tubbo doing the realm and like doing all like the Tubathon shit, and helping to uplift these smaller creators with the shit he does. Well, smaller creators is definitely a word. Like Ash Swag, Prince Sam, they're not smaller creators. But like a Water Munch, for example. Do you know who that is?
No.
Water Munch is this pseudo small streamer that I've seen popping up a little bit recently. Honestly, like, kinda. I'd say like they're like, what are their pronouns? I think he.
I wish I was a little bit taller. I wish I was a baller. I wish I had a girl who was good. I call her. I wish I had a rabbit in a hat and a sad 6 foot baller.
But like with Water Munch, like I'd say he's like not small, but like kind of on the upswing in Tubbo, and like I guess like realm as a whole. Like instead of doing what some types of creators would do and like trying to put down these newer people in the genre, like Tubbo's like actively like working to find these people and like kind of help them by like inviting them to the realm and shit. And also just with like including other people in general in his shit, like for example, do you know who Smidge is?
Smidge?
Yeah.
You give me so many names that I'm sitting here like,
Well, no, like this is kind of like part of what I'm getting. Like Smidge is well, Leo knows who Smidge is. Smidge is Rambo, Amesy, and Tubbo's editor. And like Tubbo, when he was doing the Tubathon, like he invited a lot of smart creators, like including Smidge, to do shit. Like, yes, it is his editor, but also at the same time, like Tubbo could just as easily, like, just invite another one of his giant friends on. But no, like he like actively tries to help other people, that he actively tries to help his friends and creators that he thinks deserve that kind of spotlight. And like again, I think part of the reason that I've been like that the Dream SMP hyperfixation is still like clinging on to me is for the people that are still good people. Like they're actively like trying to pursue creative shit that they enjoy rather than just pushing the algorithm. Like, Tommy with the square videos and the comedy and all that. Or yeah, what I'm saying.
So he can't do no wrong. Don't say it like Tubbo. He's my goat.
Yeah, or like. Oh no. Okay, so here's the thing that happened with that, Leo. So what happened was,
and I'll be right back.
This is confirmed. Leandra's Instagram was hacked a decent bit ago. That is known for certain. It is known that she does not control that account. Then the person in that account went and claims that Tubbo sexually assaulted her, and quote unquote she, the person in the account. I don't know who Charlie is. Charlie who? Because it's been a thing. It's been like it happened. Her account was hacked a while ago. She has not had access to that account for a while. Like, it is known for a fact that she has not been able to access that account for a while. No. Charlie is wrong. Like, Leandra posted on another account a bit ago that, like, she does not have access. It is known for a fact that Leandra does not have access to that account. But what happened was, the person who's in that account claims that A, Tubbo is a sexual assaulter, and B, claims that Wilbur is innocent. So, you have to think about two things here. Either A, you say that you trust that the account is hacked, or you have to, either you have to trust that the account is hacked, or you have to assume that Leandra has suddenly backtracked on how she feels about Wilbur Soot. Like, it is known for a fact that Leandra does not have access to that Instagram account. So it is not her who's saying that. Just want to be happy? Real, we all want to be happy, but not always achievable. Well, you just gotta work towards it. Sorry, Banjo, do you know the shit that's going on with Tubbo?
No, I don't. And also, you will be happy. It's
I know,
something
exactly.
people try to find, and the struggle is like part of the journey. It's so funny. People's like the way people try to explain the world and be content with their skin, because that's why I have shit like nihilism, absurdism, fucking not like a different type of ism, Buddhism. I don't have like an outlet to talk about this, so I'm talking about it kind of here.
That's alright.
I honestly think Buddhism's kind of selfish.
Elaborate?
Okay, so one of the things about reaching enlightenment in Buddhism is letting go of all, just everything, and becoming one with the universe, oneness. And that means letting go of desire, right?
Yeah.
Which in some regards is true. I mean, you know, if you don't want anything, you will always be content on paper. But it's so not realistic, because without, you know,
We're a social
desire,
species.
there's no desire to be like, I have the desire to be better. I have the desire to want better. It is not like, it shouldn't be seen as selfish, and that like I won't be happy if I don't have this desire to care and desire to, like, you know, want more out of the world around me. Like, I get what they mean, because desire can, greediness and but like, I don't get people who like fully practice that. That's inherently stupid.
Well, you also have to. We also just. None of us practice. Like, we don't have all the information. Like, it does make sense to us, sure, but there could be something that we just don't know that makes it make sense to be able to be feeling like that, and to desire that.
No, it's fine. I have done research in some religion, but Buddhism is always the one that's escaped me mentally, because like, I get it, letting go of all desire. This shit feels good on paper, but it, like, in practice, it's not. Did I tell you that, like, I was supposed to be president or vice president of my school's JSU club, Jewish State University?
Yeah, you told me. You told me about that.
School is always overwhelming. It will never not be overwhelming. It's just something you gotta learn to deal with.
Yeah, because realistically, a lot of the time, the only time school is enjoyable is like, if you're actively fully interested in what you're doing and you're like excited to be learning about it. And I think even like the most academically oriented person isn't going to always feel like that. Like, as much as I love like a lot of the shit I'm doing, you know, like, I'm sure I would have loved my English class if the professor wasn't treating it like her own personal shit and wasn't an asshole to everybody. And, you know, I'm sure that if I didn't have that many stressors, I would have loved my astronomy class a lot more, because I fucking love astronomy. But instead, I just, like, I have not gone to it in a month. It's ass. But like, I don't know, I keep coming back to it. I want to do creatively fulfilling shit. It keeps coming back to my mind. I just want to do creatively fulfilling shit.
Do creatively fulfilling shit? What is stopping you? This is something I don't understand in this conversation.
Well, I wouldn't say there's
Besides-
anything stopping me per se. I mean, it is a little bit of a pain in the ass to just do that kind of stuff in college in general.
Yeah,
Especially with how thin these walls are. But no, I mean... No, you're right. There isn't anything really stopping me other than, like, my own behavior.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, but like, what if fucking, dude.
And-
I get it. It's difficult. It requires effort.
And there's a learning
like,
curve. But you know what? Even then, I have to suck
you
it up.
won't know until you try. Okay?
Exactly.
And when's the last time you tried to do something like that?
Something like what? Something creatively fulfilling?
Yeah.
Senior year. So, nearing
That was
a year ago.
Whole ass year ago.
You know, because the thing was, there's this thing called Stange. It's basically like a it's like a theater competition thing for New Jersey.
Mm-hmm.
And what I wanted to do, I wanted to do something about doing dysphoria. And what it was, basically, you had to do like a 3-minute film without any talking.
Oh.
And I was trying to do that. Like, I had a bunch of my friends on board. Like, I had what I consider to be a pretty good idea behind it. And, like, I was so close to being able to do it. And then, like, oh, you know, this person's helping one of the other people who's doing the same category, so they don't have the time. And oh, this person, like where we were originally gonna film, we can't do anymore, so now we have to do in this really small area. And oh, we can only do it during this one period. And then, like, oh, like, it's not practical to be able to edit this.
Yeah.
And that's
Yeah,
I think I
that's
think I pinned the edit on you, if I remember correctly. Like, I think I DM'd you asking.
You did.
Yeah. And then I ended up getting 1-day suspension.
My fault.
No, that's not your fault. What it was supposed to be like
No, I'm kidding.
I know. It was supposed to be about transphobia driving people to suicide. And I don't it never even got submitted. Because what ended up happening was, like, it was a dark subject matter. I don't think that was fully the issue. The bigger issue, my dad has a pellet gun. And so I borrowed it and I gave it to one of my friends. So the last scene was going to be like, you know, the person with it, you know, basically, it would cut to black with the person, you know, holding the pellet device to some part of their body. And you know the implication they were supposed to be. The person then proceeded to bring it with them to give it back to me. They brought it back to my high school to give it to me on a day that they knew I wasn't going to be there. And then someone saw it. And so I ended up getting a day of out of school suspension. On the upside, I managed to get every single step on a leaderboard. On the leaderboard of this nearby arcade's Asteroids. Which I think is really funny. I literally dethroned every single person.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I think I still have all 10 spots on that.
Really?
Because how many people are going to
When
play
was that?
Asteroids? A few months ago, but again, how many people are going to play Asteroids? Especially when there are a lot more recent games, and they also have, like, NESs and shit. And, like, really, really old games.
Yeah.
Are you? Oh, I see you talking in chat.
I'm not. What do you mean? I've never done anything of sorts.
Take a step back, dog, and probably give yourself... Really, Banjo, you haven't said that. Then am I hallucinating?
No. No, dude, good advice? Me? No.
Failing English? Ugh. Yeah. English can be a pain in the ass. I mean, English, I think... Yeah, I think English, like, your experience in English really depends on the teacher. Like, if you have a good teacher, it's fun, it's enjoyable. If you don't, then it's absolute ass.
Okay.
Like, my sophomore year had a really cool teacher who, would fact-check shit with me because I knew a lot about what we were doing. Because it was like, classical period humanities. So I was really, really knowledgeable in it. So it was a really fun class, and I did really well. And then junior year, for some reason, the curriculum near where I am, you go up to the Renaissance, then you jump back to the 1800s. No, sorry, no. You go to, like, the 600 or so, then you jump forward to the 1800s, and then you jump to the Renaissance. So junior year, we're doing like early American shit, and not that fun. And you know what? If I remember correctly, nobody in that class got more than a 70 overall. Because the teacher was ass, and so the class was ass, and the experience was ass.
Yeah, that's how it be sometimes.
And well, I think at least for a lot of the people, they were using AI.
Oh, I'm using AI right now.
I don't use AI. I refuse.
I hate AI with a deep, concerted fucking thing, but I just
literally.
I don't know how to conclude this properly, so I'm like being like.
I refuse. If I can't figure out how to do something, I just don't do it. Like fundamentally, if I can't figure out how to do it, then I will not do it, or I'll just keep trying. I refuse to use AI, which probably fucks me over more, but who cares? I think it's a little funny. How in one of my, in that English class in junior year, a lot of the people used AI. One of them used it knowing that the teacher had something that let them see our screens. Another one got like a 2 out of 12 on something, and continued to use it. Like they got 2 out of 12 because of AI, because AI was going fucking insane, and they still continued using it, and they still did shit.
Damn.
Yeah, I take the points hit. I think since like ChatGPT became a big thing, I used it one singular time last semester to find a formula that I could not phrase in Google. It was basically how to calculate your wage relative to inflation. It's like, I think it's like 1 plus your wage minus 1. No, it's, I think wage increase minus 1 over inflation rate minus 1 plus 1. And no matter what I typed, I could not get that. Nothing would give me that formula, so I had to.
I use it with math sometimes, but that's like only in supplemental instructions.
How the hell are you failing art?
Okay, well,
sorry.
Art isn't a class, or well, okay. I don't know how it is in your curriculum. Art, you only need like 1 year of VAs for, so that isn't something you should worry about failing.
Dude, my high school's annoying.
It's required for all 4 years. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, and pretty much every place it's 4 years.
Yeah. Take a step back. It's not a big deal if you have to repeat anything for summer school, because, you know, there are routes, no matter what. People fail all the time. Shit happens. There's nuance in everything. There's circumstance in everything. And there's also sometimes it is a little on you on everything with everything. Okay, just focus on what you can do and don't beat yourself up on what your parents won't let me live this down. Dude, my parents are fucking butts to me every day. Guess what I have to come back to every night? This house, this room, gotta sit here, get yelled at. It is what it is sometimes. Right. It's ass.
Speaking of English, you just reminded me, I could have graduated a year early if 4 years of English wasn't required. Like, I had more than enough credits to graduate after junior year, but English is required 4 years. So, I mean, hypothetically, during one of the summers, I could have taken it, in which case I would have had enough credits and I could have graduated. But no, I mean, I ended up just, like, doing fuck-around classes, really. I mean, I took honors English because I always do honors classes, and it was a decent class. I did pretty well overall, somehow.
I hated AP Lit.
Oh, I refused to do AP Lit or Lang. I refused. There was no way in hell I was going to do them.
That shit's for ass, dude.
You know, I just...
Life of Pi, every time I think about Richard Parker, I think about how I want to piss on him. I hated AP Lang.
Interesting. You know, I just... You know, nothing in this world could convince me to do Lit or Lang. So instead I just did 2, 3, and 4 honors, or Humanities 1, 2, and 3. My fucking... My English teacher was like, "You're so talented, Daniel. You should definitely think about it." And I was like... If you keep gonna glazing me, maybe. And then I did it, and I was like, I can't do this shit. There's so much essay and writing. Real. You know, I used senior year, like, I packed credits the first 3 years. Realistically, I technically only had 2 required classes senior year, gym and English. But I'm not allowed to do that few classes. So I just used senior year to do like all the fuck around ones that I want to do.
Yeah.
Like I did astronomy, which I love. I did what other classes did I take? There's 5 of them, and I can only well, astronomy, English, gym. Those were required. I didn't have a choice. Fuck. There's 5. Hold on. English, astronomy, gym. I'm like trying to visualize the school layout to see if I can get this. Because I know I didn't only take the 3. Fuck. English is 204, requires too much thinking. Well, it's meant to develop critical thinking. Like that's a big part of it. You know? Oh shit! God damn it. Oh, I ended up having to take a math class, so stats. That's 4.
A bunch of buddies of mine hated stats. I never took it.
I took well, we had 2 levels of stats. We had AP and CPA.
Yeah, I went straight to the calc route.
No, I have things to say about that.
Really?
First of all, my school, literally only for the duration of my attendance, had 3 levels. You had CP, which is college prep, CPA, and honors, and AP, and etc. etc. The thing is, CPA was just what was originally CP that they then, like, they just made a slower version. Like, when I came in, they added that 3rd level. And immediately after my class left, they removed it. But stats, you could only do either CPA or AP for some reason. I did pretty good in stats because it's pretty easy math. I like math a lot of the time. But no, even if I wanted to, it would not have been possible for me to take calc unless I did summer classes. Because back in 5th grade, when we were going into 6th grade, there were 2 possible math classes that you could get in. It was determined by how well you did in math in 5th grade. You had math and advanced math. Advanced math was a year ahead, meaning in freshman year when I was doing algebra 1, they were doing geometry. When I was doing geometry, they were doing algebra 2, etc., etc. So in my senior year, I was doing my options were pre-calc or stats. If I wanted to do actual calc, I would have had to take a class. I would have had to take a class over the summer, just to like catch up, and then I would have been on that higher level. Which I don't think is fair. I don't think you should be basing what classes people can do. Like, fundamentally, how I did math in 5th grade determined what classes I could take senior year.
See, I actually got the short end of that stick. I went to a different middle school than the curriculum that my high school used, and so I was like I was already taking geometry by the time I was in middle school. I never got to skip all that. I had to start from algebra 1 again. And that's when I got to high school.
Ugh.
And so, like, by my senior year, I only managed to take topics in calc.
Oh, dude, that's gotta fucking suck. I'm complaining about just being forced to do a certain level, but being shoved back here, that's gotta suck even worse.
It was just in math, and I at first my dad was pissy about it, and then when I realized, I was like, okay, I kind of get to scot-free, like,
just kind of goes through it.
Yeah. I mean, I never really cared what college I got into as long as it was like a Cal State or a UC, because you know.
I honestly can't say the same. Okay, Leo, your senior year, you were a good student. You are not even in your senior year. The thing was, like, with colleges, my thought process, I did care, like, if the school I got into was good, but my thought process was literally just like, as long as it's a good school, I don't care where the fuck I go.
Yeah, my parents internalized with me at a young age is like, yeah, I'm not good enough for this shit. I'm not good enough to get shit like that. And so it actually kind of surprised me when I got into like Cal States and a few UCs. And so, like, I went through most of high school just expecting I was just gonna go to community college. And then last second I didn't because I got into, like, a few alright fucking Cal States and UCs.
Yeah,
So
did you go to San Francisco State?
I'm not going to San Francisco. Fuck that.
No,
So
Oh, okay, no, you don't know what I'm referencing. There's like a 6-year-old
No.
image of this person holding a San Francisco State like pennant, and they're saying like goodbye California, hello San Francisco. And I just think of that's like the quintessential like bullshit college in my mind.
Yeah. I got into some of the UCs, but the one I got into were too far.
Which one?
I
David,
didn't like-
Merced, Riverside?
I got into Merced without applying. They do that to every California fucker.
Real
So,
fuck.
yeah, I got
Senior
into
year,
Merced
good
without
student,
applying.
Leo. Yeah, no, parents don't understand how stressful school is because
I
curriculums get a
was-
lot faster. Like, graduate from
Santa
Princeton, live
Cruz.
comfortable with your girlfriend or real?
Oh my god, I hate
You know-
those. I hate those reels or those TikToks and reels that are like this cozy ass house and it's like this and the love of my life because it's like I have no one to send them to now.
They should build a McDonald's here. Actually, no, they should build a non-genocidal company. They should build a Wendy's there.
They should build a Costco.
Exactly. I need my death threat hot dogs.
That
I
wasn't
still
even
love
real.
Huh?
The death threat, that wasn't even a real thing.
Oh, motherfucker. No, our dogs. Yeah, no, Leo, you're very right on that. Like, curriculums, especially recently, changed a lot faster. Like, I remember when
I was never taught what laws there are.
I was never taught what laws there are. I was not taught the laws of the country that I live in. But I know how Henry VIII killed his women. Divorced, beheaded, died. Divorced, beheaded, survived.
Divorced,
God, that's in my
survived.
head instead of financial advice. But no, I mean, like I remember in elementary school, like being in 5th grade, and like I see the first graders, like I see first graders with like fucking symmetry and shit. I didn't learn that till 4th grade. How fast are they spinning shit up now? Like, I get like teach the kids shit earlier, but in the course of a year, they went from teaching symmetry to people in like 3rd, 4th grade to teaching it in 1st grade. And it's like, what the fuck? Ugh. I hate Common Core.
I work at a STEM place right now where I teach it's mostly coding, but sometimes I'll get relegated to math and robotics. And I had to teach a 4th grader geometry, like actual like volume and formula and surface area, and that shit broke me because like that's something I had to do in fucking high school. That shit was insane.
Did she know how to do it?
He did.
He knew that already.
It was difficult. It was difficult as hell for him. I had to like explain some parts like side angle side, side side angle, angle angle side, like. But the actual math parts,
Angle side
pure
side.
formula. Yeah, I don't even remember that. I had to,
No,
like, crash
banjo.
course.
Banjo. Think of what the abbreviation for angle side side is.
It's SSA.
It's not real. Angle side side is not a. I mean, yes, Leo. I think you should subscribe. But no, angle side side isn't real. It's not an actual. It's not an actual thing you can use. It's just.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not. Angle side side is not an equivalence.
It's side side angle, but yeah.
No, I don't think that's what Well, anyways,
That is one.
well, point is, I was angle side side is ass, Banjo. That's
Yeah,
the joke.
Yeah, I know.
Liberal.
But it's SSA. Fuck you.
No.
Don't make me argue, John. Don't make me argue semantics with you. I did fucking. I matched with a neat on Hinge, like an actual 4chan.
Don't use that word, Banjo. You have no reason to say that.
They called themselves that. They called themselves a fake so.
Have you ever ran a night through a hiking trail listening to Frank Ocean while smoking a cigarette? I've gone on walks during the night in the wilderness, listening to music, not to Frank Ocean.
When I go for a run, it depends if I wanna be really depressed.
Or just mildly depressed.
I put on Vampire Empire or like like Cave Town I listened to when I was 14. If I want to kill someone,
Ooh.
yeah, it's either Ween or heavy, or just metal, any metal. I'd love Pantera. Pantera's fucking great, or some local bands. And then, if I want to like not kill myself, I put on the Muppets soundtrack and put on like moving right along.
Average Harry Core.
Fuck yeah.
Sorry.
This shit.
I mean, it makes sense. I think my statement's accurate.
I don't know who Average Harry is, so like, wait, no, I do. It's the one with the list.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you get what I'm saying. I feel like running wild sword while listening to music at best. Yeah, I mean, honestly, what's a little bit better is like doing it in like an slightly uncomfortable temperature. Like, it might not feel the best, but it's actually the best for your health. Fun fact. Like, being extremely cold, extremely hot, not good. But if you're just like mildly uncomfortably feeling something like hot or cold, that's actually incredibly healthy. Favorite fun fact.
I wanna run a marathon, but I have really bad asthma.
I don't want to run a marathon. I personally don't like running. I tried doing track and field. It was not for me. I think just like doing long walks is like a much better thing. Like, especially like if I want to be introspective. Like, I don't.
Yeah,
I have a very I have a very easy setup for getting like introspective and shit, and like I just have like very specific things. Like, if I want to be introspective and that type of shit, I put on that playlist. Like, that's the only way that's gonna happen. Or if I want to like,
keep going. Sorry.
or like if I'm like doing something that's like a big real life decision, there is this one specific this one specific playlist of 3 songs that I listen to.
Oh. Yeah.
And actually I can pull up that playlist. That one's not embarrassing like the other one.
I recently, most of my introspective sessions have just turned into overthinking. So I like, you know, if I really want to be introspective, I just have someone else with me when I do it.
Honestly, real.
It's like, it's.
No, I mean, no, you're right. Like this kind of conversation seems a lot easier to like have when someone else is in the when you're able to talk to someone else. But like, I mean, like what I was like the playlist. Like, if I'm doing something that's a big decision, like for example, when I was actually like going and actually like when I actually committed to Purdue. I have a very specific playlist. It's 3 songs long. It's just something about them. Like if I need to make like a decision that is going to like have an effect on my life, like an actual genuine big effect on my life, I just listen to this playlist. It's 3 songs long. It's Pretty Girl by Clairo, Bubblegum by Clairo, and Coffee Breath by Sophia Mills.
I'm sorry I didn't kiss you, and it's obvious
I wanted to. But you know, that's literally the playlist. That's it. Just those 3 songs. If you decide to listen to this playlist full of songs from the old cartoon shows, Disney and shit, it's very helpful. Yeah. I mean, that music, it can be pretty helpful. Like, it is pretty well made.
Let me.
You know, that's my like big decision needs to be made playlist.
Let me put you on reflecting music.
Feel high, real. You know.
You do not feel high.
With everything.
Listen to that shit.
With everything, like, I ended up choosing Purdue because it was the best school that accepted me. But like, there was a good week where I was like genuinely, fully torn between, do I do Purdue or do I do Brighton? Because like, Purdue's the better school. It'll get me further with an actual degree. But then on the other hand, Brighton is far better for what I'm trying to do, both like with content creation and with what I want to actually major in. And I ended up going with Purdue. But as time has shown, that wasn't the right decision. Because look at what I have to fucking deal with now.
Yeah.
And like, I mean, again, hindsight's 2020. I know now that my thought process of, oh, I'm just gonna go to the best school that accepts me, it was flawed, and I should have really listened to myself when I'm like, I'm not like when I was like genuinely for years upon years upon years. That was like my thought process behind it. That was my entire philosophy. Like, oh, I'll just go to the best school that accepts me. Why do I need to think about anything else? Because like I don't really understand the concept of a dream school. I just don't understand the concept of a dream school. So like that was never something like, oh, I really want to go here. But I think like the way it was, me having that internal conflict about Brighton was probably something like I should have actually been listening to instead of dismissing. Wait, sorry, what's that? I need to stay up one night and think my current life and make changes. On the one hand, I agree. On the other, never listen to how you feel about yourself after 2 a.m. No,
after 9 p.m. Unless you're talking to a friend about it after 9 p.m.
Yeah, I think that's fair. If you're alone, 9 p.m. I think would be a good limit. If you're talking with a friend, I'd say 2 a.m. Is a hymn what? I don't know. What is that a reference to something, Banjo?
My reference was after a Sonic the Hedgehog image that's like, hey, never trust yourself. That is not How I Met Your Mother reference. Fucking Barney, bro. Fucking
I was not referencing How I Met Your Mother, Leo.
I've been watching How I Met Your Mother recently. I have a love-hate relationship with it. Barney's my goat. We don't talk about Barney's actor. Here, listen to song I put in chat. You see, put that shit on.
Maybe.
Put that shit on.
You know what's really liberating?
What?
Like listening to like mid 2000s, 2010s like pop shit. You already sent that, Banjo. Cause like I never really listened to that kind of music. Like Katy Perry, Avril Lavigne, etc., etc. Like I never really listened to that kind of music. But it is kind of similar to the type of shit I do listen to. So sometimes the Spotify DJ gives it to me, and it is kind of liberating to like actually listen to that music because it makes me feel a little bit more normal.
Dude, Amy Winehouse, fucking.
Like, I mean, I love like punk and heavy music and shit like that, like punk and all the shit along those lines. But like acoustic shit, I fuck with heavy a lot of the time. Like
you love Jack Johnson.
Like Achilles Come Down. What is it, like Rule 37? I think is the song. It's by Fish in a Birdcage.
Yeah. Despite all my rage, I'm still
April,
just a fish in a birdcage.
April to Death. That one goes fucking hard as hell. Bruno is Orange. I'm like that kind of. I don't know. Like yeah, I more quote unquote normal music, I guess. Like it does feel like kind of. It does make me like kind of lift me up a bit. Like again, I love like I will never shut the fuck up about Vile. I love them. I have spent so much money on their merchandise. Like I'm literally 2 of the 3 things I'm currently wearing are Vile merchandise. But well no, because I have a shirt and a necklace, which is like $50. Because it's handmade by someone in Minneapolis. But I was like, well, listening to like that heavy music and shit's fine. I love it. But there's like a feeling that like more like again like both that like 2000s 2010s popish shit and also just like acoustic stuff can give you that I don't think that does.
I think you'd like Joni Mitchell, you see.
Send their music to me.
Okay.
Like, let me pull my like songs playlist on Spotify. Like let's sort by chill. Let's see what does it give. Kai Dreams. Fucking hell.
Chaos.
No, that's because my DMCA free playlist I'm listening to.
Wow.
I'm not doing that.
Listen to YouTube link I sent you.
I will. Not right now, but I will. But like Chateau by DJO. Being Human from Steven Universe Future.
Here we are in the future.
No, not that song.
Yeah.
Being Human is in Future, like in the Future series. It's the outro music. Nope, that's just no. That's not the song, Banjo. It's
I know what song you're talking about.
Then
I just
sing it.
don't like it. No.
Oh, Treehouse also goes hard as hell.
Why do you have a vendetta against Uzi? I don't. He's just a funny guy. I love Uzi. I don't listen to his music personally, but every time I see him, he's just funnier and funnier. I love how he dresses. He's so pretty.
Ooh, the
freak basket, ENVTuber.
the piano version of Monophobia, love that. Do you know Monophobia by Ace of Hearts?
Yes, I do.
Dude, the fucking piano version is amazing.
I have not heard the piano.
If it's in a Frozen, it's from Frozen in Time. I love it. Let's see. What does Spotify say are my calm songs in life? Let's see. I'd Rather Sleep by Cara Cara Bonito. Let Me Stick Around by CJ Nazi Purser. Milk Carton by Madeline May. Ford Beck and Rebound by Adrian Linker. Army. Oh my fucking god. Army Dreamers by Kate Bush. That song came on Spotify when I was in the car with my mom, and she got mad at it for some reason. She does not like it for some reason. I don't know why. Sweater Weather. Beautiful by Illymation. Kleptomania Crow, Madeline May. Love Madeline May.
Illymation makes music?
One song years ago. And it's a song about abuse.
What is it?
Illymation, yeah.
I used to love Something Else's YT.
Oh, Calcifer, of course. That's the Odd Ones Out. That's Life is Fun by the Odd Ones Out. Something Else YT has Help a Well. I think 2 versions of Help a Well and and I'm Something Else. I'm kind of mad sidekick in the bag at all these. You know. Let's see what else.
I know anything by Adrenal Linker on the banjo, and I also know Vampire Empire
on
the banjo.
Let's see. Honeymoon by Birds in the Airport. That's a good song.
Oh, girl, don't you stop. Don't you stop.
Calcifer by CJ. So
Wallows? Motherfucker, I got Wallows on record. I'm good.
Chinese New Year by Sales is pretty good. Shop by Toby Fox? What? Sun Eater by Elena Firestone.
You say let me put you on something good.
Meet Again by Ink Spots.
Wallows, PMO.
Killers Come Down Classic.
Oh
my. Derivative Cat. Dream SMP music. The three acoustic songs, Under the Weather, Lost in Space, and 4am acoustics. They're really good.
You should listen to Joni Mitchell on
Marceline by Kanaya. April to Death. Love April to Death.
If you want good acoustic, you should get into Kimya Dawson.
Fairy Falls by Rue Paynes. I am listening to Banjo. I am noting this down. Don't worry. Alt J has some pretty good bangers. Not Angry Anymore by Paramore. Motion Sickness, Phoebe Bridgers. Sugar Rush by Ass and Grace, classic. Absolute classic.
Pigeon Pit?
I think I have that in. I think I have one of their songs in here. Space Was Cool by Markiplier and the Gregory Brothers. I don't know why that's in this section. If the World Was Ending, If the World Was Ending, feat Julia Michaels from JP Sachs. Dodie, of course. Monophobia. Always Forever by Colts. Ghost to Illusion. Forever. Young by Vacations. Gone Away by CG5. That's funny.
I forgot what band it is. It's Dear, I feel that it's a problem. Love me.
Say that you love me, fool me, fool.
Tyler the Creator.
I'm not putting Tyler the Creator on. I don't listen to his music. Coffee by Jack Stober.
Oh my god.
Do I need it? Mocha. Am I under control? Can I beat it?
I'm like, no.
This Side of Paradise by Coyote Theory. Soldier Poe King by the Oh Hellos. Let it burn. I'll let it burn by Kanaya.
You think
Meteor
I
Shower,
usually
Cave
like
Town.
Scrap, dude?
Lemons from Bry. Honestly, I liked the demo more than the finished version with Cave Town.
Yeah, I could do that.
Prom Just by Mix M2 Classic. Take Me to Church, Buttercup. I Just Want to Be the One You Love by Boxa. It really annoys me. They changed the song. It's literally just a different song.
I like MF New. I like rap. I like new metal.
I'm still annoyed that the first song I ever liked on Spotify isn't available anymore. It was a Never Met V2 by Lucas Lex.
I was falling. Okay.
Yeah, literally, if I scroll all the way back, you have Never Met V2, Never Met, 100 Gex, and then the fucking Lemons demo. And I think there was a Penelope Scott song down there, but then Spotify glitched one day and unliked it. Let's see what else. Teenagers, MCR, Molchatoma, Burning Pile, Wrecking Ball, St. Bernard, Rat by Penelope Scott, Hayloft, Mother, Sigurd Hegau. Oh my god, Fool for You by Ace of Hearts. I can't believe that one's that far back. Ace of Hearts, Addison Grace, Beach Bunny, Mother, Marina, Orion Experience, Cave Town, Mother, Fine Print Stipendium, Taking to Church, Ice Peak, Paul by Freddie Dread. Wait, holy shit, that remix of what the fuck? That version of Buttercup's down? Crazy. Something for Your Mind. I think the actual version of Her Night Circulation, that one version that got popular on TikTok kind of took. But there's a slight difference in the audios. Most people can't tell. There's a slight difference between the actual song on Spotify and the Her Night Circulation version by Suyu that was used in that blown up TikTok audio. Speaking of that blown up TikTok audio, it only exists in one. You know, I'll just play. Hold on, just tune into stream. I'll play the song quickly.
I'm writing an essay right now.
Just do it.
I'm not, dude. You fucking bitch. Okay.
Hear the song?
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking of.
Okay, but here's the thing.
Since middle school.
I know. Here's the thing. The version of Her Night Circulation that blew up on TikTok way back in the early days.
A Deadmau version?
No, the version that blew up on TikTok way back when was the version released by Suyu on Spotify. Now Suyu's profile is pretty much gone now. It was wiped a bit ago. Here's the thing. If you compare between what I'm playing now, which is a Unamonogatari Special Edition, they are very nearly identical. Suyu just re-uploaded it, and it didn't get caught for years. They're almost identical. There's a slight difference. Not important here, though. The thing is, the Suyu's version, periodically gets brought back up. Sometimes it's, completely different songs. Sometimes with a completely different icon and shit. And there is one singular place on the entirety of the internet that I found that still has that original version, like the version of the audio that was used in the TikTok audio. It's one singular version uploaded by this guy LD15 on YouTube. Literally nowhere else. Let's see what else we got in here. Paul Freddie Dread, Rockefeller Street New Night Chorus, Smackabit Rico Nasty, Baldassar Berry, Anna Pantsu. Oops, someone joined? Sorry, someone joined the server. That's crazy. What else we got in here? 4 different versions of Lifelight. Wow. Emily, Akano, Different Emily, and CG5. The Day by Nate Wants to Battle on Porno Graffiti, Miku by Anamanaguchi, Pixel Galaxy Classic.
You were so gay.
Actually, no. The thing with The Day, that one's pulling from No. Stop. The thing with the day, that one pulls back to like 3 Spotify accounts before this one. Like, that one goes way, way back. And I just kind of transferred over. Oh, what else we got? Animal Crossing by Sean Wasabi. Oop, I'm getting attacked. Hold on. What else we got? Look at the Sky, Porter Robinson. Electric Love by Barnes. What the Hell Metal Version by Oreo Lolia, Sleeping Forest of John Figueroa, etc., etc. May Have the Stance by Reneri. All Eyes on Me and Help Me by Oreo, which got taken down, which I really fucking hate. Like, she did it for a reason recently. I don't remember why. Oh my god, the fucking See Rainbow song, Panic Room by Aura. Welcome to the Panic Room, where all your darkest fears are gonna come for you. Come for you. What's new, Scooby-Doo? How bad can I be? Let Us Adore You, the Biv Karat remix. Not the one that blew up on TikTok. Which, I'm still very adamant about that. There's a very specific version that blew up on TikTok that's not on Spotify. Girls by Girl in Red. And, okay, we make it about 80 songs before... Sorry, no. Sorry. We make...
Stereotypically online gay.
We make it about 60 songs before running into the first unfortunate one. From a certain British man. Losing face.
There's a reason London puts barriers on the
That's Jubilee Line, different song. Then 859 is Your New Boyfriend, unfortunately. Kiss Your Dreams Goodbye by Durvacat, Snick It by Durvacat. Ooh, 839 through 842 are You Alright? Just that entire thing. Ooh, Cypher by Lamino, true. Boy, oh my god, this is a stretch of songs here. You ready? You have Welcome to... sorry, no, actually, let me start a bit further down. You have Country Roads, Meteor Shower, Drugs by Oopsal, Join Us for a Bite, Flamingo, Welcome to the Internet, Every Day by Bowen, Blah 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 by the Oozes, fucking Ultimate Showdown of Ultimate Destiny, Dream SMP Song, Steam Gardens from Mario Odyssey by Kumu, Alternate Day from Terraria, Cypher by Lamino, Sober by Fildar, Lot of True Crime Penelope Scott, Blue by Durvacat, Honey by Durvacat, fucking Ace of Hearts, which is normal, and then, I love Join Us for a Bite, and then, you wanna know the craziest part of that? You know what's after fucking Ace of Hearts? Boy in a Band, Boy in a Band, Boy in a Band, Living Tombstone, No Mercy. You got Empty, Spectrum, You Look Like a Girl, No Mercy, Art is Dead, My Whole Family, Coffee, and then Minecraft soundtrack. Shit is fucking hilariously put out. I'm so 2021. No, that's not 2021. That's old TikTok. And the reason there's so many of those really old TikTok songs on there is because I have a playlist of old TikTok songs. Like, it's about 150 songs or so right now of old TikTok songs and shit. I've had to put work into that. I posted about this on Twitter lately. Himitsu from Death Note. I spent years trying to find that song because every single thing I found that had it said it was called Secret. But you know what? It wasn't called Secret. It's called Himitsu. And nothing said that back then. Everybody constantly reported its name as being Secret. So it took me years until I just happened to stumble upon it. I still think TikTok fundamentally changed after Renegade and Roxanne. I have that as like the delineation between old TikTok and modern TikTok in my mind, is Renegade and Roxanne. That's where everything changed. They were the last songs of that older period of TikTok. But like, okay, yeah, 150 songs. I was perfect. 150 songs. Which is only down one. No, sorry, no, it's not down one. Yeah, no, I was perfect. I got it perfect. Let's see, what do we got in this one? Everyday Bowen, Teenagers, called Dionysus, Fine Print, Oh, Paul, Smack a Bitch, Rockefeller Street, Something for Your Mind, Prom Dress, and then you get to the classics. Caramel Dancin', Renai Circulation, No Mercy, Discord.
Again?
No, this is my old TikTok playlist. You got Pink Triangle, Welcome to the Family, Ramalama Bang Bang,
How dumb she's a lesbian.
Beyond. I thought I had found the one.
I love Weezer.
I like that song. Oh, Girls by Beastie Boys. That one's still so funny to me. Like the only reason no, it's girls. All I really want is girls.
No.
And in the morning it's girls. The only reason, the singular reason I know what that song is called is because my dad just happened to play it on the radio in our backyard in like early December 2021 for no fucking reason. And like I like ran over to the back door and like, what song is that? Let's see, Baby I'm Yours by Airframe, Bulletproof LaRue, Boys Charlie XCX, You Reposted in the Wrong Neighborhood by Shock.
Two to the one to the three. I like good pussy and I like good feet.
That's I mildly. Oh, hi Dennis.
I just know that because we're fucking leafy, dude.
Okay. That's enough out of you, Banjo Taro.
Okay. Only put me back in.
No. I'm sorry. What else we got? Non-Stop from Hamilton. Yeah, of course, that's the first one I had. But there's an actual reason for that. La 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 by Baby No Money. Ride It Regard, Let Me Hit It, Audio Stalkers Remix. Ghost Duet, Electric Feel. Walk by Comethazine. Fun fact, Walk by Comethazine is the reason I don't shuffle my leg songs for stream music. Because like one of the first 10 words in that song is the N-word, and I remember back in 2023 I was playing it, and that came on and I got scared that I was gonna like get banned for it, so I just changed it. Stolen Dance by Milky Chance, On a Roll Ashley O, Say by Buggy with the Hoodie, Who Are You by Jufu, Done by Cops, Peppermint by Jack Stober, Another Day Sun La La Land, classic. Holy shit, there's one down. No, this usually is 151, they took one down. Holy shit. Yes Indeed, G-Slur, Woman Remix. That one got taken down. Shit. Igloo, Carol and the Kids, Hungry Hippo, Tierra Whack, Oklahoma, Jack Stober. Wait a Minute by Willow, classics. Stupid by Ash Nico. 20 Minutes by Lil Uzi Vert. What's the Prob Dog by Wise Kids, Ida Core. Yellow Hearts, classics. Rebels. Be Gone Thought by Lil Mayo. Jesus Christ. How Do You Feel by DJ Ski, Milioti, etc. Okay Boomer from Peter Cooley and Jed Will. What else we got? City of Angels by 24K Golden.
I'll be back soon. I gotta lock in for this essay.
Gotcha. Gotcha. No worries. What else we got in here? Day Motherfucking Stutter. Waltz Could Talk by Halsey. Oh, that's a good one. Seasons of Greens by Linnea. Bubblegum, of course. Good Morning Tokyo. And of course, now we're getting into some of the musical ones. Like A Beautiful from Heathers. Get Down. What I Know Now. You know. A bunch of Hamilton ones, yeah. She's Kinda Hot. Love that. We're Not the Same Person. Unfortunately, there's a big gap here. Like, back in 2021, I'm, like, adding constantly. Like, June 28th. A lot on June 20th. 30 songs on June 28th. One in August. A bunch in October, November. A lot in December. Like, I locked in December for some reason. Wow. And, like, early January. Then March. Then it kind of jumps. And then, like, May to December, December to May. And then it just ends up being, like, a year gap. Fucking last song I added was, last two I added were Posed by Glenn Gatsby and Little Swing by Aaron Chupa, which are really, really old ones. Like, those are really close to, I think, to the Musically rebrand, I think. Like, that's how old those get. But no. I find it kind of funny. What ends up happening most of the time now is that I don't find them natural anymore. The Spotify DJ plays them and then I get surprised, and then twice what's happened, I'm driving, they come on like so shocked, like I get distracted for a second. What about Uzi? Well, it's one song, but it's not really that much. Oop, ow. Ugh. Hold on a second. Leo, I have a driver's license, yes. What do you mean, liar? My ass does not drive. I have a driver's license, Leo. I have a driver's license. In fact, hold on. Where's my wallet? Let me get my wallet. Wait, no. You know I have a driver's license because you've seen it. And Banjo's seen it. And a few of my streamer friends have seen it. I'm not going to talk about why you've seen it. Because if I did, then I would have to private this VOD. Which I really, really do not want to do. Because I actually want to publish this VOD. I think it's been a very productive stream. I'll tell you after. I'll just damn it to you, Leo. You wish you were high? I mean, what's stopping you? Realistically, what's stopping you from getting high? Nothing, then do it. Follow your dreams. Get high off your ass. And just enjoy life. Ugh. That's the good thing about Banjo. It's very easy just to yap with him the entire time. You like enjoying life for real. Such a hard thing to do sometimes. You know, I think Banjo's probably the easiest person to yap with. Like, both with stupid bullshit and also just, like, these actual, like, full-on genuine conversations. But, you know, I still hold by what I said before, like, even though he's, like, a goofy-ass motherfucker, he's, like, the best person to have deep conversations with. Because, like, he's actually, like, he actually goes deep in shit. I like people who can FaceTime for hours. I personally don't like FaceTime. I didn't do that much in the first place. I just, I don't know. It's alright, I suppose. I just don't FaceTime that much, so. Oh, I forgot to do the thing. Oh my god. So many ender pearls. Alright, he usually pisses me off with, but he pissed me off with that. Why is he pissing you off right now? What did he do? What has he done to you, Leo? That's causing this feeling of animosity between the two of you. Say it. Would you see me too? Alright, let's get down here. Shit, I ran out of brewing materials. I need glass. Called me lazy for not going to the school board about issues outside of school. What the fuck? And good on you for getting back. That's kind of funny. But, yeah. He left you on red. That's crazy. I propose you execute. Death be upon thy individual. Because do you know? Well, is he only ghosting you? Is he only ignoring you because you made him mad, or is there like some other reason that behind it? Because I feel like that kind of alters it a little bit. Like, if there's some information that I'm not privy to, I can't really give the full story. I can't really give my full opinion on it, a full real opinion on something if I don't have all the information. You're back. Welcome back. I said explode him. And then I said, however, I'm not operating on all the information. So it's kind of 50-50 on that one. Take was stupid. Well, I don't know what his take was, so I cannot comment on whether or not it was. Also, by the way, they did release in the 1.25 version of 1.5 version of paper, so probably someday within the next week I'll update hours for you. I might do it tomorrow. I'm not sure. Because the thing is, once I update paper, I also have to update most of the other plugins, which is going to take a second, and the server's probably going to be offline for an hour or two when I do that. Well, I'm sorry. Who's bullying you for it? Because, you know, last time I checked, yeah, everyone, alright, well, I'll do it within the week, Leo, alright? Because the thing is, I can't just update the server thing. I have to update that. I have to update Geyser and Floodgate. I have to update a few of the other plugins. Not all of them. Like, I think the custom disk one, if that one even works, I don't have to update. No, but there's definitely a few of them I'm going to have to change the jar for. So it will take a moment to do all that. But that's fine, right? Hopefully that's not an issue. Should I ask him to FaceTime? I would say no. You know, I don't think that's a good idea. In fact, I think that's a bad idea. A few reasons. A lot of reasons. Probably more than I can realistically get into. It's just probably not a good idea. He'll live exactly. He'll live fast until he says no, he'll probably cry. So, if you're gonna cry if he says no, then I feel like you're not telling the full story, because obviously, like, if it's someone you hate telling you no, then why would it make you cry? Why would that make you upset? Slime just died from fucking thorns. That's crazy. I don't hate him. Well, I mean, fair. Yeah, it's quite easy to grasp that you don't hate him, considering that you'd cry if he said. Oh. At the end of the day, Leo, I can only suggest so much. In my personal opinion, I don't think you should ask him to FaceTime, but it's your prerogative. Do what you think is the best idea. You know, I'm not as one of the conversations early. Not like I've dealt with like anything of this vein. You know? Think he's asleep? Well, yeah, that's also something. Period is near getting a little emotional. Yeah, that's fair. Dude, I still think the way my body tried having a period is fucking crazy. Like, I get that's part of the hormones and that's just what they do. But the way my body went about it is just really interesting to me. Like, like, just its attempts at shedding a non-existent uterus, uterine lining. It made me feel like shit. That sucked. It was like the 10th time I've yapped about it, but yeah. Like, only a fraction that I can't imagine what it normally, what it feels like for someone who's assigned female at birth. It's got a, ugh, ow, exploded. Oh, there we go. Why am I not running? On fire. Give you. Nope. Ah, piss. Think you sleep literally. Who else do I talk to? If you know anyone who's in, like, I don't know, maybe someone in Australia? Because for them it would be approximately 1:30 p.m. or so, depending on which part of the country they're in. Because, I mean, I'm, yeah, you know? I could say me, but I doubt I'm the best conversation partner. Ugh. Alright, once I hit 3 hours stream, I'm probably gonna end. Is anyone live? Let me check. I'll check that in a second. Hold on. Got that. Got that experience. Thank you. Alright. Let's see who's live. Who do we have? Actually live or no? Or that am I being deceived? So actually, Astrazist, Leafly, could do meta. Sorry, going from a spawn, not go to bed. And run real. Zombre. Damn, what's Zombre going on? Crazy. Take it. There's no one really good. I could rate meta. Oh, I'm getting attacked. Ouch. Honestly, you should probably go to sleep. He's awake. Well. Have fun with dealing with that. Hey! Piss off. Why did none of those sword hits land? Oh, damn. Half the armor set. Okay. Right into the hole I chucked the shit in. Alright, and down we go. Crit. Oh, that didn't work. I tried critting. That would have been amazing if that worked. If I dropped down like 100 blocks and just immediately killed. There we go. I'm gonna go up there. Well, Leo, good luck with the endeavor. Ow. Fuckers, stop shooting me and stop attacking me. That'd be really nice of them. Alright, chunk ban. Alright, get back down here. Yoink. Ah, damn it. Should've worked. Yoink. Yoink. Yeah. Alright, nice. Alright, let me eat really quick. Alright, I think I'm going to end it here. Thank you very much. Oh, no, let me disconnect so I don't die. Thank you very much, Leo, for watching. Leo, for being here. And for everyone else who would join the stream throughout. Hope you all enjoyed. I will be back tomorrow, as always. Yeah. See you guys next time.